All right, Commander, whenever you're ready.
And pull that up. Stardate 53853.4. Former Captain Roland Sarek is waiting to be transferred off the Sarek and into the custody of Starfleet security. It is unclear when his trial will happen, but the Sarek is still under orders to return to Sector 001 to be decommissioned. End log.
All right. Currently, the Sarek is still dry docked in Narendra. It's been about 3 days. Most of the repairs have just finished. And the the investigation by a Lieutenant Commander Volk has concluded. While there might have been some mysterious plots with a couple other officers, there was no ill will or intent to defy Starfleet. However, there is a black mark on Lieutenant Commander Aiden Morgant's record, along with Lieutenant DeKirk and Lieutenant Junior Grade Calum Tabin for their recent actions. And like in the commander's log, Mr. Starks is to be transferred from the brig to Narendra, where he will be transferred at a later date by the USS Kepler and sent back to Earth for immediate trial. No, there's no battle for you.
I see it.
Only get the statue if you stopped him from blowing up the Genesis device.
True.
Yeah.
My 100% completion run is now ruined. Thanks.
Yep, that platinum trophy is no longer within your grasp.
I mean, if you just jump off the deep end and do whatever you want, you can reset and try again.
All right. We start the scene off in the brig. The doors to the brig open. Come in a couple security officer and Admiral Heppert. Mr. Starks?
I'll stand up. Yes?
On this day on Stardate 53853.4, you hereby be transferred to Narendra Station under the custody of Admiral April Heppert, to be later transferred to the USS Kepler when she arrives for immediate trial. Do you have any questions?
No, those are the clearest and most succinct orders I've received in a long time. Let's get to it.
She just kind of looks at you plainly like, is there something on your mind, Captain? Because I sense some hostility from you.
No, Admiral, I think I've said all that needed to be said. Any hostility is just a residual fact of my circumstance.
I see. She taps her comm badge. Commander Joan.
Commander Joan, here, go ahead.
Can you please report to the Sarek brig for the transfer?
Very well. Be down in 5. And I'll make my way down.
I'm bored. I'm going to sit back down again.
So it's the.
Well,
Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Answer your question. Ask your question.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. When I get into the brig, it's the admiral and 2 security guys.
Yes, not to mention then the on-duty security officer on the Sarek.
Okay. Admiral.
Commander, and she hands you a pen. These are the transfer orders.
Make sure to read it very careful, Commander. Starfleet intelligence may have left some things out.
I assure you, Captain, former Captain, the Starfleet intelligence has nothing to do with this investigation. It's all in the JAG office.
I mean, they never have anything to do with anything until they do.
I have made sure they've kept out of on this one.
I'm glad you decided to make that decision now and not in previous occasions.
And what is that supposed to mean?
You seem to have a lackadaisical approach to knowing what's going on in your sector.
If you mean that the whole recent snafu, then no, I was not aware of it until you uncovered it. And I took precautions to do a formal investigation and put all hands that were responsible for this under lock and key.
I'm glad you were timely about it. It's nothing like solving a problem after it's been solved.
Are the transfer papers in order?
Yes, they're in order.
Okay. Joe just kind of taps the pad in his hand, watching these two snipe at each other.
Looks to the security guard. Anybody got a knife? Maybe we can cut some of this tension.
The orders are the transfers in order, Admiral. I see no reason to hold them further. Bring down the force field, please, at the Admiral's order. I say to the security guard at the controls.
She just nods, wanting to get this over with. Mr. Starks, will you please accompany these two gentlemen to your new quarters? I'm sure you'll find them the exact same.
Well, I'd love to say it was a pleasure. And I'll start to move like I'm leaving.
Two security officers escort you out of the brig. And the Admiral kind of looks to the commander. Bitter, is he not?
You would be too, Admiral, if you got stripped of command and felt the Starfleet betrayed you.
The irony in this situation is he's the one who betrayed Starfleet. I've been informed by the engineering corps that the Sarek has been fully repaired and ready to ship out.
Very well. We can be, in that case, we can be underway as soon as your prisoner is off ship. Unless you have any further orders or amendments to my order, Admiral.
I do not. And then she just extends her hand out. Good luck, Commander. I hope you have better fare better than what Captain Starks, your former captain, has.
I reach out to shake her hand and say, I hope to accomplish half of the things he's done in his career, minus his recent error.
Needless to say, he had a lot of potential. I just wish he would have talked more about it. Kind of irony coming from a Betazoid, to be honest.
As you say, Admiral.
Well, Commander, good luck, and docking control will notify you when you're ready or when you're clear for departure.
Very good, Admiral. Safe travels.
You as well. And then she heads out of the brig.
Well, that was pleasant. I'll head off to the bridge.
So where is everyone else?
Fleeing across the sector.
I have no idea where I am. Where am I?
Who am I?
Well, I know who I
Do
am.
you want better?
I think it would depend if we're on duty or not.
Yep.
It would be about starting Alpha shift here soon. It's early in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be at my station on the bridge, looking at nothing.
The doctor would be having coffee and in so before heading to the bridge. Does.
Am I on board yet, or am I still my
Is your
non-Captain
character-
Starks because he's written off?
Right. Is it Talus? Yep. Okay.
Yes, very intentionally.
Yeah, I get that. I would say you probably arriving on board right about now. Trying to catch the ship at the last minute.
Then I'll be headed towards the captain's ready room because I assume that's where he'll be eventually.
Yeah.
All right. So Talus, you head towards the bridge.
That
I'd
guy's
likely
playing.
be.
Thought we would notice.
I'd likely be sitting in the captain's chair waiting the docking clearance.
Then if I'll walk on the bridge, and if I see someone sitting in the captain's chair, I'll walk up to them. I assume you're the captain?
I am the commanding officer of the ship, yes. Can I help you?
Then I'll come to attention. Yes, sir. And I'll hand you a pad. This is my temporary transfer.
Getting a lot of these today. I'll read over the pad. Who am I looking at? Oh, there you are. Lieutenant Commander. Okay. What does the pad say his orders are? Is he just being transported, or is he being assigned a post?
He's just being transported.
Okay. Very well. On your way to Earth, Lieutenant Commander?
Yes, Commander. My business in this sector is concluded. I'm being reassigned to Earth.
Very well. I'll have some quarters signed for you somewhere on the upper decks. For the time being, I am, as you know, the commanding officer. My first it would be the doctor, the chief medical officer of the ship, by virtue of the highest rank aboard. If you have any questions, concerns, feel free to direct them toward the doctor or myself.
Yes, Commander. I have at the moment nothing to do over the next 2 months in transit, so if you need my assistance as a trained security and intel officer, I'd be glad to have something to do.
Well, it's going to be a long trip to Earth because this thing isn't the fastest thing in the fleet. So, I would appreciate the crew being brought up to speed on the latest security drills, phaser fire, emergency boarding action, that sort of thing. And if you have anything to actually, given your background, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, I would like a review of all the staff aboard. Just to update my files, because I won't be having as much time to. I have a bit more paperwork on my desk than I was thinking I was going to have in the next few months. So,
Yep, heavy are the shoulders.
do you have any other suggestions for what you could do aboard ship, or do you think that'll be enough on your plate as it is?
I think I can handle it.
Very well. To your duties and your discretion. We should be leaving dock shortly.
Very well, sir. And I'll turn around and head to, I guess, the tactical console to start looking things over as far as personnel.
I'm sure there's like a free console somewhere that you can use, even with the tactical station. So,
Like tactical, because I'm a lieutenant commander and I can shoo away whoever's standing there.
do you want to retcon that? Because I was gonna have something else for you, Doctor.
Okay, sure. That'll be fine. I will retcon it then.
So, you're still in your quarters, correct? Before you head to the
Sick
bridge?
bay. In my office.
Sick bay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You get a subspace call from Earth.
Oh. This is Dr. Morgant.
On the view screen is Commander Prax.
Oh.
Got your
I take
message,
it-
Doctor.
Yeah, he may have messed up big time. Took him away a little while ago. Brewman
I know.
with a headache.
I know he's family, but there's nothing I can do. None of the Admiralty want to touch this with the 10-foot pole.
Well, can't be said I didn't try. Alright, well. Anyway, back at Earth here in So, and if you're still around Earth when we get there.
Maybe. It kind of depends. I'm actually about to head out myself for a little vacation.
By vacation, this wouldn't be the like. I heard about this whole like program you had. Like you're actually going on vacation. You're not going to a holodeck.
No, I'm going on vacation. The Grand Canyon, apparently. It's at
Well,
least there's no bugs that I'm aware of.
um, you might want to pack some repellent just in case. Uh, uh, as green as it may be, it's still of a desert. Anyway, all right. If you can't help, I really don't see anything that can help him. Anyway, I appreciate you trying. Anyway, Prax.
No problem. Good luck on your trip back home. I hope everything's fine with the baby.
Yeah, she's good. Good. But you know,
Well,
infants.
I have to run, Doctor, so I'm sure you're probably getting ready to head on duty, so safe travels.
Yep. You too.
Prax out.
Button.
And then
Yeah.
your view screen goes blank. Reappears the little Federation logo.
Well, damn. And he takes his last drink of coffee and gets up and goes to the bridge, kind of defeated. Yes.
Is there any other RP you guys wish to do?
I think I'm good.
Same.
Yep, I'm just headed for the bridge.
Alright, you arrive on the bridge, Doctor. There's everyone there, including a new face.
Oh,
Morning, Doctor.
morning, Commander. Ah, um, Dr. Andel Morgant. And out for a handshake.
He'll shake your hand, Lieutenant Commander Tharvik.
Ah. He kind of looks at the commander.
He's going on a ride with us back to Earth. I have him doing some reviews and setting up some drills.
Oh,
No sense wasting a perfectly good lieutenant commander.
I mean, that's actually true. Yes. Very well. And he just kind of takes his seat. Okay. It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Commander.
Yes.
Lieutenant Vogel, any word from Stardock Flight Control?
We should be receiving confirmation for a flight plan soon, sir.
Okay. Any amendment to our current ETA to Earth? I know you were speaking with the Lieutenant early the other day.
Yes, upon the chief engineer's recommendation, he recommends a top speed of warp 8.6, which should add about 7 days to our. And sir, the station is just cleared us for departure.
Very good. Maneuver away from docking and prepare to make course for Earth. Actually, correct me, Lieutenant, but doesn't the additional time to our course amendment put us over 50 days?
Prax, you said it was like 54, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, yes, Commander. The new course, the new speed should make our time about 54 and a half.
All right, I'll amend the speed to get us. I imagine he's slowing us down for a reason. Stand by, but plot the course and be ready to warp.
Aye, sir. Course laid in to exit the station.
Oh, he's not on duty yet. Right. Well, I'll just have to make an executive decision. All right, Lieutenant, I'm going to need you to amend our speed so that way we at least arrive. We at least have a 49-day arrival time. Our orders from the Admiralty is to get there within 50, but I want to have a bit of wiggle room in case we need to divert for any reason.
On your order, sir.
Once you have the speed set in, course laid, engage at your will.
Aye, sir. Departing Narendra Station at 1/4 thruster. And I'll engage the course.
Alright, slowly move the Sarek out of the station. A few moments pass as the Sarek clears the station, and you have been cleared for warp.
And that's when we detonated.
The Orions make a return visit.
Commander Kerr's not really dead. He's taken over the Sarek to get his revenge. And Prax is not there to stop him.
He can't get his revenge if you're court-martialed.
Well, I mean...
Alright, I'll say at this point, the Sarek goes to warp.
A bit of bookkeeping. Our structure breaches have been fixed by now, yeah?
Yeah, all the repairs to the ship have been done. So the breaches to the structure and the damage to the phasers have been repaired. Most of the engineering crew is very upset at Narendra with your chief engineer, but hence the black mark. Alright. Well, Commander, if you're ready to read the second log, go ahead. Because we are now into scene 2.
Everyone is dead. I don't know why. No, I'm just kidding. Stardate 53868.2. It's been a week since the Sarek has left Narendra Station. And we are without the Captain Starks. I don't know. The crew seems to be adjusting all right so far. I have Commander Tharvik looking into the crew and ship. Try to get them as ready as possible before we get to Earth. Hopefully everything goes well. I don't expect to run into too many issues. Although, I don't know. Hopefully everything just stays peaceful. End log.
And then we all blow up.
If you guys keep saying it, it might come true.
I mean, the irony if y'all all die the week after Starx is gone. The first game Starx has not been in since the beginning, and y'all die. I would love it.
I see how it is.
If no one's doing anything, I'd like to compile a list of the senior officers and the last time they were trained tactically.
Commander, we are receiving an automated distress call from a Vulcan science vessel. It looks like they are about a light year away.
Verify registry and identity.
I will attempt to verify.
Give me a insight plus con difficulty 0. Assisted by the ship's computers plus con.
You said difficulty 0?
Yep. That's 3 momentum.
Huzzah. Sir, it looks like the ship's name is the Tunnel. All the registries check out.
Very well. Amend course to attend to the distress call at cruising speed. Yo, alert all stations. And Lieutenant Commander, I would like a brief on what the ship is on our computer. I want to know what kind of ship we're dealing with. And if someone can get me a hail, I could try to hail that ship back, see if we can get more detail from them.
Am I the lieutenant commander? Or is the doctor the lieutenant commander you're talking to?
I'm fairly sure he'd say
Okay.
doctor if
Yeah.
he was talking to me.
Okay, then yeah, I'll look up everything that can be found out about that type of ship.
Give me insight plus security, difficulty 0, assisted by the ship's computers plus security. And if someone is wanting to...
Oh, the ship's on fire.
Good God.
One threat.
Alright.
And I'll re-roll the complication because of bulb. Okay.
I'll put you at max. And who's doing trying to open communications with the Tunnel?
Doctor,
I
how's
could
your
try,
engineering?
but I couldn't. You jest, surely,
Well, I have an engineering of 3 if you'd rather me try it.
Yeah, actually, that's fine.
All right, I will hail the ship.
Well, there's no check for
That's
this,
good.
so...
Commander, there is no response to our hails.
Oh. Well, either their communications are out or nobody is awake to answer the phone.
Suggest maximum warp, sir.
Concur. Increase our speed to maximum warp.
Aye,
Doctor,
sir.
I want you to get on sensors and try to scan that thing as soon as it is within range.
Yes, Commander. As he's running to science station, he says, Dr. Morganth to Reaver, prep sickbay for possible casualties. Science station.
The ship is a science vessel last headed towards Narendra.
How big is she?
Typical science vessel. I don't have a crew complement listed.
Do you believe we'd be able to take on all its complement, given in the size of the ship? In the event we have to evacuate it?
Revise my last, at most 200 personnel, probably a lot less.
I'll give you that answer if you spend a momentum.
I mean, okay.
The crew size.
I'm gonna say no, because it doesn't matter, because it is well under our evacuation limit, and I know it's about the size of a Nova, which is less than 200 people. Yes? I don't think it's worth the momentum.
We're at 6. I think we can burn one just to be sure. Because they have a weird crew complement.
Okay.
You have good deductive reasoning skills, but let's
Last known complement, 57 people.
Oh. Very well. Just to be on the safe side, Lieutenant Commander, I want you to set aside some evacuation quarters for those 57 plus or minus 10 extra. And hopefully, we won't need to give them a ride anywhere.
Coordinating with engineering to set up overflow in cargo bay and start setting up coordinate quarters and dispatching security to transport a room in case we need rapid response.
Very good. Lieutenant Vogel, what's our ETA to arrival at maximum warp?
Let's wait and see what the scan. We'll be there in 10 minutes, sir.
Very good.
I wonder why it's out here.
Well, it's en route to Narendra Station, Doctor. Something came a cropper on it and decided and scrapped it.
That's kind of what I was getting at. It's I mean, yes, the technology on it is probably worth. Well, I guess I just answered my own question, didn't I?
Yes, you did, Doctor.
Your reasoning is infallible, Doctor.
I don't know if I go that far, Lieutenant Commander.
All right. So as soon as we're in range, I do kind of want to get a scan of the area. Yep.
Some time passes. The Sarek comes out of warp, and on screen you see, a Vulcan science vessel. And visually, on the view screen, you can tell it's operating on minimal power. Seems to be the lights are dim, at least from what you can tell on some of the portholes. In some areas, they're flickering.
I'd like to scan for. Well, I guess the doc should scan for life signs.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do. Yes.
All right, give me a reason plus science system of the ship sensors plus science, difficulty 2.
Reason plus science would have been nasty. That's an 8 for me.
Commander, would you like us to be in transporter range?
Maintain current distance until we have a sensor verification.
Aye, sir.
All right, and spin the momentum for a third dice.
And get that momentum back. Just need the ship.
So we're on 6.
Not yet. No.
What was the ship's role? Sensor
Sensors.
science?
Yes.
Oh.
There goes 2. Once you can re-roll that.
Yep. I can't.
Well, no,
No.
because even if he had cautious or bold, those don't work for the ship. I don't think.
Oh.
They do not.
I think we need like ship talent to do that.
Technical expertise will let you do it.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
I don't have that.
But that's computers and that wouldn't have applied here. Oh, it is sensors. That would have applied. Never mind.
No. All right, one's. Huh. That's odd. It's on minimal power, which we can tell. Several of the sections seem to not have power. Close to space, of any kind, but it does seem like the sections that are vented were side. There are very few life signs, and they're fading pretty fast.
Any other contacts in the area?
I guess momentum spend. Anything in the area?
That would be, you have high resolution sensors, so that will be the free one there.
No, it's just the Tanul.
Helm, bring us into transport range of the ship.
Aye, Captain. Head half impulse.
Lieutenant Commander, Doctor, I want you two to assemble a way team to render aid to the ship.
Suggest we emergency transport before that, Commander, if they have fading lives.
Agreed. Straight to med bay then. Assuming your crew's ready for that, Doctor.
I had Reaver set up for casualties just in case.
Redirecting a security team to medbay.
Very good. Doctor, do you sense any biological threat or viral threat over there?
Momentum spin for that then, since I'm still looking at the sensors. Any kind of viruses? Not that the sensors can pick up. Hopefully the transporters can, if there is any biological pathogen, that the transporters are weeded out.
Uncertainty suggests we set up containment force fields.
I concur.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Do we want Leva to start beaming?
Once within range, we'll have her start beaming people into, and we have the force field set up in sick bay. We can begin the beaming of the life signs over.
Yes. If you don't mind, Commander, I think I'll be needed in sick bay.
Very good. Off you go, Doctor.
And he will head to sick bay.
Bridge. This is Levin, the transporter. I can't get a biomatter lock on the current crew of the Tanul.
Oh, might be time for that away team, sir.
Lieutenant Leva, do you believe you could beam an away team into it? Onto the ship?
I could technically target other objects in the room. It's just the Vulcans there. I can't get a proper lock on them.
Wait, you're suggesting... Sorry, go on.
We could always use a shuttle if need be, sir.
Very well. Prep one of the shuttles. Prep all shuttles for launch. But but we're gonna have an away team shuttle go over first before we have the rest possibly evacuate the rest of the wounded of the life signs aboard.
Permission to lead it, sir.
It's your choice, Commander.
I'm gonna look over in the files briefly to see who has seniority between the doctor and the lieutenant commander.
I mean,
Probably
he's...
the doctor.
Yeah, I never wrote down a date of rank or anything, so it's literally whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna defer to the doctor. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say that this is kind of a rescue mission, so the doctor might have seniority.
And if there's wounded, we'd want the doctor there anyway.
Oh, yeah. I'll have the doctor take lead on this, Lieutenant Commander. But you're on the away team, if nothing else, for security reasons. Plus, I want to know what the heck happened over there.
Understood.
All right. We're gonna need an engineer to see what happened on this. I'd ask.
I would take Leva over, I would think. The chief right now is not on duty yet, and I'd rather he got his full rest before he came on shift.
I would
concur.
Well, my character has a 3 in engineering with computers, if that helps.
I mean, we were probably already going to need you for a pilot.
So yeah, we'll just take.
I would suggest we take Tib though, because he has emergency repairs and power systems and computers, whereas Leva has stuff like transporters and replicators.
Okay.
Propulsion systems are probably not as useful.
Yeah. All right. So Tib, Bogle, Talus, and myself. And I need a medical kit.
And I'm gonna take a Type 3.
That is an opportunity cost of 1, and then I believe there's an escalation as well.
Escalation of 2, I believe.
Yep.
I mean, I'm willing. I'm only asking for 1 for the head of the security part of the mission.
I see no problem if you don't, Doctor.
No. By all means. If he thinks he needs it.
Doctor, is there enough life support over there for you to go over there without suits?
There are some sections that are just empty vacuum, so I would suggest us taking EV suits.
That will be an opportunity cost as well, because there is life support.
Yeah.
Like, the life support is actually working fine.
Given how fast we need to move, Doctor, I would rather you get secure certain the areas that are already there first, and then once we're more aware, we can expand elsewhere to the ship and use either EV suits that are aboard or seal off the relevant sections.
Very well, Commander. Right. Oh.
Just to be safe, I would suggest you bring along transporter enhancers.
Very well.
That would be our last momentum.
Yep. Oh, Lieutenant Commander, what is it?
Tharvik.
I'm sorry, Tharvik. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. IRL.
You just
Anyway.
did.
Yes. Okay, anyway. Lieutenant Commander Tharvik, meet me in Shuttle Bay 1.
We can walk there together, sir, but I
mean, I'm stopping by sick bay. That's why I was going to meet you there, but okay.
Lieutenant Vogel, what would be the largest ship we have on our complement in the shuttles?
Does the ship have a Type 7? Because I would imagine that would be it.
we have a runabout.
Oh, you have a runabout? Okay. Then it would be the runabout, Commander.
All right. Well, the away team's going to be taking the runabout then, and I would like you to go along as their pilot, since I'll need them. I'll need that to be moving as quickly as possible.
Aye, Commander.
So I'll say that I have assembled Tib, myself with a Type 3, and the transporter pattern and enhancers, and we are in the shuttle bay.
And I have my medical kit and Type 2, because I'm a basic bitch that way.
Okay. Any other gear?
I don't think we have that choice.
Engineering kit.
You can
for
technically, you can get more gear. It's just you have to give me threat. Yeah, it just costs threat at this point.
Well, Tib gets an engineering kit for free, I think, so we should be fine on that point.
Yep.
I mean, it's better not to assume.
Does Tib get one because he's an engineer?
Yeah, and they're kind of free anyway. So, if he wasn't part of engineering, then yeah, it would cost like an opportunity cost of 1.
Do you want one, Sarah?
Lieutenant Vogel.
I mean, I guess technically we already have it if he has it, so I could just borrow. But the runabout should have that stuff too, would it not?
It would. It would have some basic stuff.
How big's the
have a
away
Type
team?
3 or.
It's
probably
4 people.
You know what? If we can use threat, I'll amend my order and suggest everyone have EVA suits, just to be careful, because we don't know what happened over there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So that's
an
8 threat.
It is. I agree.
I mean, yeah, you won't get an argument from the doctor. He was wanting them from the beginning.
I mean, recent experience, you can't do anything worse to us than we would do to ourselves.
That sounds like a challenge.
I mean, you say that.
Ben, I'm good with that threat.
Yeah, I mean, if there's life support, I don't think they're necessary because they'll just complicate.
Yes, but if there's an airborne bacterium, we don't want to catch it. Going or not.
Captain's orders are captain's orders.
Yep, but they are.
But that's my thought. I mean, you know.
All right.
Have your there you go. Is the runabout still called the Thames, or is it renamed?
It's the Thames.
It would probably be renamed because I believe the Thames was destroyed.
Oh, when was that?
The Orion mission.
And then is the runabout not supposed to have talent?
No.
Its cool thing is
Like,
that it's a scale 2.
Yeah.
Its superpower is you can switch out pods for different various things. So
Oh, yeah.
There.
I would imagine you're using the personal pod or either the cargo pod or the personal transport type pod.
Yep.
Yeah.
For
Oh, yeah.
more room
Now-
for people and things.
The USS Scene. Or
Sign it.
Sin. After the river in Paris. or that leads to Paris.
Yeah, it's probably still Sina. You know, European pronunciation and such.
I think it's the Seine.
It's the Sen.
It's the USS Water. We're good. Any other equipment requested by away team?
No.
Type 4.
There is no Type 4.
It's called a phaser array, and no.
I mean, technically, it could be a phaser bank, but still no.
Actually, technically, you do have one. It comes with the runabout.
And micro torpedoes.
See, there you go. For all your destruction needs.
I think we're ready, are we not?
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh.
As we transition to the next scene,
Haha, I can't take any
oh.
momentum if we don't have it.
right, yeah. The away team boards the runabout. The Sarek is relatively close to the tunnel, but give me a I'm gonna say daring or control or daring. No, sorry, yeah, just daring plus con, assisted by the ship's or the runabout's engines plus con. Difficulty is 2. As you're piloting, there is a lot of debris around the tunnel.
All right, I'll give you a threat to turn on bolt. Any complication with the debris?
No. Get 1 momentum. Unless you want to chance and reroll at 0.
Can Tib assist as at ops as navigator?
Unfortunately not, because it's very chaotic, and it's one of those things that Lieutenant Vogel is pretty much flying by the seat of her pants.
Exactly, and I did re-roll, and I'll bank us another momentum.
Yep. As you're dodging debris, you actually came very close, and you actually see a Vulcan fly past the cockpit of the runabout.
And I'll just say, did you guys see that?
Oh, that poor bastard. That's all the doctor will say is just, oh, that poor bastard.
Not a good way to go.
It's really not. We start
Keep going.
just going to say we should probably make towards that vessel, please. The others may not have much time left.
Yes, Doctor.
You pilot the runabout towards one of the outer docking hatches that still has power, and you safely secure the runabout on the hatch.
I'll
Here,
put my
You hear a little sound as the airlock secures.
I'll put on my Eva suit and stand by the hatch waiting for everyone else to finish putting their suit.
Yep, the doctor will put his suit on. Oh. A strike order.
I'll secure the runabout systems, just in case. And put on the...
And Tib will do as well. Yes, this is the doctor.
Are you hearing this loud and okay?
Yes, sir. We've just docked with the tunnel and are about to head inside.
All right, keep this channel open for the time being.
Very well. Tib, do you need help zipping that up, Tib, or you got it? All right. Sorry, that was just me. Anyway. If everybody is ready.
If everybody has their suits on, I'll click on the pad to open the door.
And the door opens without any trouble.
I'll step out with rifle leveled to see if I see anything.
And I step out tricorder in hand. Doing scans.
And just to answer your question there, Commander, the Lieutenant Leva has no problem getting a lock on the away team.
Away team, be advised, we are able to get a transporter lock on you for now, so good news that far.
But you can't get a lock on the Vulcans?
Could
Yeah,
be the
something-
comm badges.
Yeah, something about not getting a clear signal. Going to be having Leva looking further into it to see what we can figure out what's going on, but we'll likely have to wait till you give us an update on the ground.
Very well.
Do I see any signs of a struggle?
All right. So you enter the corridor from the airlock hatch. Looking about, the lights are dim, but you don't really see anybody in the location you're currently at.
Okay. All right. I would like to scan out with my and see if I can pinpoint where the
So you're looking for survivors?
and if I could get a general look of the atmosphere in this place. Yes.
So give me reason plus science, difficulty 0.
Spending a momentum, and I can't reroll that, but we get 2 momentum. Yeah, it seems a bit cold for a Vulcan ship, but atmosphere seems normal. However, suggest keeping the suits on just in case.
So Lieutenant Vogler, what exactly? So you're wanting to scan for anything foreign? Can you be a bit more specific?
Like, maybe anything biologic or like anything that wouldn't be like a Vulcan, essentially.
So I'll piggyback on the doctor scan. If you spend momentum, I'll answer that question for you.
Sure.
Spent down to 2.
Okay.
I think we should head more up this way. And I guess he points towards the bridge, I guess.
Okay, so currently, as you're wondering, you do notice like a plaque sign sort of in Vulcan. Not gonna go into like any like xenolinguistics here, but it does read that you're on deck 3.
Deck what? You got out there.
Deck 3.
Okay.
I guess Tib will scan for lifts that could go to deck 1.
And should probably also check out engineering. See if we get some of the systems back online.
Currently, main engineering, judging by sort of like your tricorder map, is currently on deck 3.
Oh, perfect.
Lieutenant Vogel, Tib, if you could check out engineering, see why some of these sections don't have power.
Aye, Doctor.
And then us with me.
All right. So we'll do one group first. Lieutenant Vogel and whoever's playing Tib. As you get closer to main engineering, you notice that there is a lot of dead Vulcans. As you get closer to main engineering. And you're also seeing scorch marks on the wall. And several Vulcans have their phaser pistols drawn, or they're lying on the ground.
Can I extrapolate a cause of death?
You can. This will be a insight plus medicine or science. Difficulty is 1.
What was difficulty?
Difficulty is 1.
Xenobiology for a focus?
Sure.
Alright, I think I'm gonna chance and just roll it. Huzzah! That's what I figured. Do I see anything else outside of the ordinary? Like, do I see any bodies that don't have phaser wounds?
Not currently, no.
And I'll relay that to the doctor. Or I'll calm the doctor, I should say. Lieutenant Vogel to Dr. Morinth.
This is Dr. Morganth.
Doctor, outside of engineering, there's a lot of Vulcan bodies here. They seem to have been killed by phaser fire, sir.
Huh. Do what you can in engineering. I will be there as soon as I can check out the still living direction.
Aye, sir.
Away team,
Yes, Commander.
can you confirm type of phaser? Is it one of ours?
Lieutenant?
I will try to
I'll give this to
determine
you for
type. Theirs as in Vulcan weaponry, right?
yes.
Sir, it looks to be Vulcan weaponry, which I would assume would probably be Starfleet phase.
Probably some variant that's Vulcan specific, as opposed to Starfleet issue.
Yeah.
Vulcans don't have mutinies, sir. This suggests some kind of mass hysteria, maybe. Maybe brought on by disease or virus.
I still want to get to the survivors. Maybe. And whatever it is that was causing these Vulcans to shoot each other.
Very well, proceed with caution. It's entirely possible that if anyone's awake, they might decide to take a shot at you.
We'll have it handled.
Right.
Doctor and Talus, you make your way towards a turbolift. As you near the turbolift, don't really see anything out of the ordinary. But when you do get to the actual turbolift itself, the doors do not open.
Can I see if I can open them? Like, raw strength?
Give me fitness plus security, difficulty 1.
I don't know of a focus that would apply here, in general. Would survival apply?
Survival. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll allow survival.
And take a threat, because I have bolt.
Alright.
Reroll on 0. Oh.
You gain 4 momentum, which puts you at max, and you do manage to get the doors open. And as you open the doors, you see it's literally, there's no turbolift, it's just the shaft.
I'll look
Guess we're-
over to see if there's a panel where we could call a turbo lift. Thinking to myself, maybe I should have done that first.
There is a panel, but it's dark.
I think we'll be taking access ways.
Is there any kind of ladder system built into the side of the
I didn't want to call them Jeffrey's tubes, but yeah.
like, is there like some kind of...
There is a ladder system. There is a ladder system.
Okay, then
there's
I'll...
also, there are conduit patches, essentially Jeffrey's tubes, that you could potentially use.
There's a ladder system inside the turbo lift, though, like a maintenance thing.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, then I'll turn around to the doc. Looks like we'll need to do a bit of climbing, sir. Hope you're up for it.
You know, we could just take this access hatch, right?
We'd still have to climb, sir. You can't move up decks horizontally.
I am well aware of that, Lieutenant Commander, but at the same time, floor in there, less of a sudden fall and splat.
Oh, I thought time was of the essence, sir.
You're right. And the doctor concedes and goes up the turbo lift
Yeah,
shaft
I'll
like an
go up
idiot.
the turbo lift shaft. Because we want to get splattered by a random turbo thing. Turbo elevator. I forgot what they're called already. Turbo lift.
I have on second thought.
Oh, it's too late.
It's not.
It is.
It isn't. Commander, I request a site-to-site transport from our location to the bridge, please.
That's a difficulty 4.
Still better than climbing for me.
It's not. It's going to be like a difficulty 2 check to climb. At best. At worst, I mean.
Request denied, Doctor. We don't want the risks of beaming you in blind are too high.
Very well.
And then I get climbing.
Doctor will climb reluctantly.
I mean, it's only 2 decks. It's like, what, 40 feet?
Just
So give me, yeah, it's something like that. So it's going to be fitness plus security difficulty is 3.
Difficulty
is
is what?
3.
Survival?
Sure.
That's a big threat. Oh, no. I'm gonna... I'm gonna use my...
Don't you? Oh wait.
I'm gonna use bold security. I may still have to use my determination because I don't have enough.
Can you potentially succeed at cost?
There'll be a complication. But yeah,
I'll just use...
it failed the check.
I'll just use my...
I haven't rolled it yet.
I'll
I'm
just...
still waiting.
Before I accept the complication, I'm going to try again. I'm going to use my determination on nothing, because none of them apply. Oh, can I spend it on threats to my honor will meet with defeat because I don't want to look like I'm physically unfit in front of the doctor? Like I have
No.
to power through?
But I will let you succeed at cost with the complication.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Alright.
'Cause
Take
we
a
could just-
momentum for
we could
mine.
we could just give you 2 momentum to buy away the complication, can't we?
No, you cannot.
The complication is because you took the succeed at cost.
Yeah, but I just thought we could buy away complications in general.
It's not really a complication. It's you succeeded at a cost, and the cost is whatever he decides.
Doctor, do you wish to succeed at cost as well?
Yeah. Plummeting down a turbo lift shaft.
Just make sure to break fall.
So, the two of you, while it is very slow, and a few near misses, do make it to the top. The complication is, though, as you were going up the ladder, the turbo lift is actually right there at the bridge, but in order to get down to the hatch, you had to squeeze by, and both of you had, unfortunately, ripped your suits during the process.
Wait, I couldn't just like shoot through the bottom of the turbo lift? We could melt a hole in it.
You had to. The thing is that if you shoot it, you could have accidentally released the the clamps that was holding it there, and would have probably fell and knocked you guys down because it was a kind of a tight squeeze for you guys to get through that, even with the EVA suits on. Like, the EVA suits did not help you in that regards.
Then as we're standing on the deck looking at the tear, we might need to go back to the ship, Commander. The signs to me look like Vulcans don't do this. Vulcans don't just shoot each other in any situation. Only some sort of biological or viral threat could make them lose their concentration and be violent towards each other, and we're probably infected now. If that is such a thing.
Then us going back to the ship is the absolute worst idea you could have come up with.
Not if we go in containment.
You can go back if you want, Lieutenant Commander. I have lives to potentially save.
No, I'll stay with you so that a random Vulcan with a phaser doesn't kill me. But I'll comm badge to the captain. Commander?
Sarek here, go ahead.
Until further notice, I suggest me and the doctor be placed under quarantine if we have to come back aboard the ship. Possible exposure due to damaged EVA suits.
Is the tear repairable?
No, sir. Too extensive.
Doctor, if you can give yourself and the Lieutenant Commander a scan real quick, maybe we can we'll have a baseline and just send that over to us and we'll monitor your life signs from here.
Yes, sir. And I take out my medical tricorder and start scanning the both of us. Zoid infected by this disease.
Reason plus, God, the metagaming is real.
The metagaming? How though?
I'm just because of the name. I mean, it's reason plus medicine. Reason plus medicine difficulty 0.
I think the logic used by the Vulcans is enough to come to that conclusion.
Potentially, there are other factors that could cause that.
Hey, I sent them over in suits for a reason. It's like, oh, they're breached. That's not a good sign. I could be worrying about nothing. Or I'm saving their lives.
Max momentum. You're at 6.
Yay.
And 2 floating.
No, because it's a
you were at
difficulty
5.
2, wasn't it?
It was difficulty 0.
Oh.
Difficulty 0, but you were at 5. You dropped to 0 or dropped to 4.
Yeah.
So you have one
so
floating.
1 floating.
Yeah, because he's met 1.
Yeah, 1 floating. Yeah. Okay.
Would I be able to have that 1 floating turned into a medical team that's dedicated to monitoring their life signs?
We seem to be fine, Commander. Normal.
All right, we'll keep an eye on you.
Very well.
How much momentum for 2 extra dice?
You're spending determination, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it'd be effectively up to 5. That's right.
So 1 extra dice would be cost 2 momentum.
I'm gonna buy 2 extra dice then.
That is 5.
2. And I'm gonna give you 2 threat.
All right.
Whoops, I'm on the wrong sheet. Wrong sheet. Try again. I don't have a focus here. Spent that. Nothing else I can do. Bang.
Ooh. If only there was
It's
someone
3 out of the
with a good
4.
presence command.
Oh wait. Well,
Determination.
it wouldn't have been any. Actually, it would have been one worse. I don't know if that screws my. No, I would have gotten that one anyway, but it wasn't any better. Could I spend? Shoot. Trying to think of my milestones. I don't think either of them apply that I've saved. The at what cost ending game episode. I don't think either of them makes sense here for what I'm doing.
Nope.
I really want to get this too. Is the ship helping at all?
For this specific task, no, because you're going through the data that's been collected, and it's
Computer engineering? No.
You get a. Did it? Oh, you didn't spend threat, did you?
I spent some, yeah.
Then you have bold command. Reroll one.
It was supposed to be reason science.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my goof. I would like to challenge. I can't really challenge any of my values. I think I'm going to just have to fail. I have no way to buy that back.
I will give you a point of determination if you have since a value does apply to this, but there will be a cost associated with it.
Yeah. I'll risk it to re-roll those fails.
All right. Hey, get a momentum.
Huzzah.
So what does that put us at for momentum?
We're sitting at 4.
All right, and the complication is you go because of like you're taxing the crew and all, you lose 2 crew support.
2 crew support?
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense, because I'm pulling a lot of resources around.
I think that means we have 2 left.
Well, we didn't use the other one yet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we haven't used Tib.
Can I spend momentum to see what they are reading as, or is that are we not sure yet?
You can.
I would like to. Because I'm not an ops guy, so I don't get any of that for free.
I mean,
Because I have the CO role for the time being.
you put yourself in that position.
Yeah. Not gonna fight that. For some reason, we're just not gonna pick up a new captain. That's all. Wait, why am I under arrest?
It's not a bad place to be. It's pretty much. You get to go to New Zealand, land of the Kiwis and the Kiwis and the Kiwis.
They have a pretty good cricket team.
And only the Kiwis.
Soccer team's okay.
I don't know. I'm not in the Commonwealth, so I don't know these facts offhand. I guarantee you know it, but I do not.
Oh.
They have a pretty good. They have the All Blacks, which I think is a rugby team, don't they? That's pretty good.
I don't recall.
All right.
I haven't been out, but yes. Paging away team.
while you're hailing that, or while you're doing that, real quick.
Okay.
Back towards the door to main engineering. The doors will not open, Lieutenant Vogel.
Is there power to a pad or to a control panel?
Nope.
Manual?
There is a manual override.
We shall attempt the manual override then.
Give me fitness plus engineering, difficulty 1.
Fitness engineering, you say?
Yes.
I'll use a momentum for an extra dice. Why not? Are we still at 4 momentum or 3 now?
You have 3.
Oh,
Right, because Joan
You
used
gained
one,
one.
right?
Yep.
Cool.
And,
Cool. I believe that does it.
you take some time as you are using the override, and the doors slowly crack open to a point where someone can walk through.
Cool. Is there a way we could jam the door open with like a rod or something?
It stays open.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And
Grab a
Just
body
having a
nearby.
13 ghosts you.
I already got everyone creeped out now. So.
Is there light coming from in?
No, it is dark.
Turn on flashlights and tricorder out and.
Okay. The minute you enter main engineering, you see more dead Vulcans. However, you notice where there's supposed to be a warp core, there's no warp core.
I'm gonna get on the communication to the captain then. It's just gone, right? Like
It's
gone.
just gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's not even there.
Yeah, I'm gonna calm the captain.
Sarek here. Go ahead.
Commander, there's no warp core here. It is just gone.
The whole assembly, the entire core.
Yes, sir. Just gone. Can I make out any signs of like maybe it was ripped out or anything like that?
From what you can tell as you look around, there doesn't appear that it was ripped out.
Yeah, Commander, it must have been transported out or something. But there's no warp core.
Science station. Can you give me? Can you read around see if there's a warp core floating out there somewhere?
Lieutenant Newman comes back and is like, well, sir, there actually is a warp core in the debris field that's around the vessel.
Is it inactive?
It is inert.
Away team, be advised. It seems that they ejected their warp core.
Upon hearing that, I'm going to try to go to a computer console and see if there's a reason why they eject.
Alright, you go up to a computer console that does have some life to it left. From what you can tell, the core was ejected from the bridge.
I'm gonna open comms that. I'm gonna just do an open comms to the ship and to the other away team, and say, Lieutenant Vogel, to away team and commander. It appears that the warp core was ejected from the bridge.
Roger.
I'm guessing that's all the information I could have found out. Like, no reason, just it was done there.
It was done from there. If you want to know any more information about what that, it's going to be a reason plus engineering. Difficulty 1.
Let's see. I think I could attempt it. Can I get an assist from the guy from
Tib.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that caused the crew support.
It does, but
No, it does.
We haven't. He'd be our first spend because he's the first. We haven't used a crew yet.
Oh, okay, because then I could keep using them in this scene. Then, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if you guys want, I could probably just go ahead and act.
Take the assist. You might get some extra momentum out of it.
Yeah, because I'm debating: do I spend momentum? Do I spend threat? But I think that would be a good option. So let's go ahead and roll that.
Reason, engineering.
Apparently, I didn't need them, and I think maybe we'll just save it.
Hey, I won't fight you on it.
I mean,
there's
it's a
two
natural.
momentum.
It's a natural 1. That's why.
How much momentum again? Sorry.
I think we're at
2.
4.
2.
So you'd be at a total of 4.
What the? Whoops. That should. There we go.
Lieutenant Vogel to Commander Joan.
Receiving.
It would appear as if someone in engineering tried to set the warp core to breach. And that would be why it was ejected from the bridge.
Do you believe it's possible if we reinstalled the core that it would be usable by the ship again?
I think I'll defer the Tib in that question because he is the.
Depending on the state of what the core is, potentially, sir.
The core does seem to be inert, but we can probably give it a scan and see if we can get it warmed up again. If we don't have to beam everyone over and we can move that thing under its own power, that'd be preferable.
Understood, sir. Someone will have to track the core using a shuttlecraft or the runabouts to get it reinstalled.
Lieutenant Vogel, you flew through that debris field. Do you think it'd be easier for you to tow a warp core with the runabout, or do you think the ship would be a better fit for that? You have more flight hours than I do right now.
My gut's telling me the runabout might be easier because it can maneuver.
All right.
But I'll defer to the GM in which would be easier because he would know the difficulty.
But hold that thought. Meanwhile, back on the bridge. Well, the turbo shaft leading into the bridge. You're staying on top of it, the turbo lift, and you just opened the hatch from the top side.
Okay.
I'll take a peek phaser level to see if anyone's standing around.
Currently, there is not. As you, I'm not gonna make a check, but as you slide the door open and you look, there are several Vulcans. Most of them are hunched over, and you do see someone in the center chair.
I'm going to start doing medical scans. I don't care what he does. He can do what he does. I have people to save.
This is an away team from the USS Sarek. Can you please stand up? And I'm gonna approach them phaser level. Are you in need of assistance?
You see the hand kind of move and then just slump over.
I got a live one here, Doctor.
All right.
Sarek to bridge away team.
This is the doctor.
Be advised that we've determined why we can't transport them. It appears that the Vulcans are not reading as Vulcan source sensors anymore. They seem to be in some sort of rapid decay. We're still trying to figure out what's causing it.
Okay. Scanning the Vulcans on the bridge.
I'm gonna.
Now I'm curious.
I'm gonna go look at the one that's sitting in the chair.
So give me a reason plus medicine. Difficulty is 1.
Genetics as a focus.
Are you like?
I'm wondering why they're Vulcans when they're on a Vulcan ship. They clearly look like Vulcans.
They clearly look like Vulcans.
So this is why are their genetics not reading like their genetics?
It's not that their genetics aren't reading like genetic. That's not the issue.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Like,
I can roll with that
he says
one.
their bodies are in a rapid state of decay.
Okay. And what was the difficulty?
This is just difficulty to see who's alive in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a difficulty 1.
100.
Okay. Spending a momentum for a third dice, and
You max out, or no, you're sorry. That is your 5 momentum because you spent 1.
Yeah.
Currently,
Oops,
there is
sorry.
only 1 person alive in the room, at least from what the tricorder tells you, and that person is in the center chair.
yeah. I head over to the center chair. Male, female.
Female.
All right, ma'am. Is she conscious?
She is, and she looks to be in quite pain. And how close are you?
I said I was going around the chair, so I was already standing like maybe 2 feet in front of her.
All right.
I
Story-wise,
mean,
I'll
I'm
say
going.
both of you are right there.
Yeah.
That sound fair?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Both of you are standing right there. She kind of looks with the lights kind of blazing in your eyes. The one thing you do notice right away is she's not bleeding green.
What is she bleeding?
There's currently sort of this black goop that is coming from her eyelids.
That looks nasty.
I would step away from her, Lieutenant Commander. Huh.
I suggest you start treatment. I'm gonna stand right here just in case you need assistance.
Thank you.
So, this is sort of just a stabilizer. This is going to be a control plus medicine difficulty 6.
Woof.
Okay. Sure. Do I have a focus for this? Probably not. Xenobiology. Genetics.
I would say
probably not.
xenobiology will apply in this situation.
Okay, cool. I'm spinning my determination. Either sentient life is precious, help where you can, when you can, needs of the few. I mean,
I'll take life is precious. I'll take that.
yeah. All right. I have field medicine, but that probably doesn't matter. That I am spending momentum and 2 threat for 4 dice.
Can I assist since I have like a medicine of 2? Could I act as like
3.
a help for the doctor?
Yeah, but I'm going to increase the complication range by 1
For him or me?
for you.
I probably better just not assist you then, unless that's a permanent change. Like, was that a
permanent
cost?
change.
Okay, well then never mind.
Oh, fantastic.
That was reason science or insight science? Oh, control
Matter.
method. None of those.
Oh, I got 4. So go ahead.
You could always, if you need to, you can always challenge a value to reroll. Because you're gonna have to, because we didn't even get close.
I
off by
don't
2.
have any.
You can, yeah, you can burn a value though to spend on another value.
Do you have any normal
know.
milestones sitting in your back pocket?
Ooh, actually,
I can give
have a
you
few.
I could give you a determination at a cost.
Yeah, you could, but I don't know what this is,
The
and I don't
cost
want to
of
take that chance.
Yeah, the cost of losing a value is not whatever as bad as whatever he's gonna do to you.
Well, I have 8 normal milestones, but I don't remember where they all came from.
I mean, most of what you do though is helping people. So I think we could say in aggregate, at least one of those came from a medical check.
As opposed to
I'll
a
allow
security check or a pilot
Yeah.
check.
Okay, well then I will do that, and then yeah, when
Rerolling
you
3.
can, or yep, re-rolling 3. Re-rolling 3.
All natural ones. Come on.
Oh, there we go.
Yay.
Get 2 momentum and you stabilize her. So, real quick though, give me a reason plus medicine difficulty 1 check.
Dun dun dun.
Yep. Spinning a momentum.
I think we hit dun 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 a while ago.
Right.
Yeah, but we didn't have our
Oh,
commercial
I
break.
can re-roll it. Hold on. 2.
Alright, well, you're still at 4. Doctor, you notice that her brain is being starved of oxygen.
Can I momentum to find out why? It's like causing the brain. Is it viral, bacterial?
You can spend a momentum for part of that.
Had nano machine in there somewhere. You knew it was coming. Oh, okay. I hit my comm badge. Here's Reaver. We wouldn't happen to have enough Vulcan blood for a complete transfusion, would we?
We would have to synthesize some.
Start it now. Commander, I'm going to need an emergency transport to sick bay and also have Reaver put the force fields up because I forgot to tell her. Going to put my comm badge on the body needed to transport. Hopefully that'll give you a clear lock. And he takes his comm badge off and puts it on the Vulcan.
As you're doing that, there's some life out of her, and she comes up and she reaches and grabs a hold of you.
I'm
And
gonna
she goes,
hit her.
Literally grabs a hold of the doctor and tells him, "You have to let us die." And during that point, she just vomits this black, icky goo all over you, Doctor.
A doctor, I'm used to getting thrown up on. It's fine.
And it pierces your suit.
Of course it does.
Wait, does the blood itself burn through?
No,
or did it just go through the... Okay.
It went through the tears.
Yep.
And she kind of lounges on, on top of you. Doctor, give me a fitness plus medicine difficulty 3.
Sure, why not?
Because you might die.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked.
I mean, that might happen if he doesn't make the check.
It's true.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
I assume there was a momentum spent?
Yes, there was.
Okay. No momentum gained. You're fine. You feel kind of icky, but you're okay.
Away team status. What was that noise?
One of the Vulcans vomited on me, Commander.
Transport room, can you lock onto both the doctor and the patient he has with him?
They go, I can only grab the doctor.
Wait, team, do you have the transporter enhancers with you? At the bridge?
2 momentum can tell us if carried them up with him. For an advantage, 2 momentum.
Sure, if you want to do that.
I don't know who was carrying them, that's why I was asking. I'd forgotten.
Tharvik had them. I don't know whether he had them or not.
I didn't ask for them, so probably not. Oh, I guess the commander suggested, so I guess I can have them on me.
You guys could. Yeah. You or Tib.
Well, then we'll say I did, so that we don't have to spend momentum.
All right, Lieutenant Commander, set up the pattern enhancers around the doctor and the patient. We can't get a lock on the patient, but we need to get the doctor out of there. I'd rather beam them both in the same burst.
He has a comm badge, so you shouldn't need to look for the Vulcan. You can beam the comm badge sign. But setting up the enhancers now.
That's what I assumed too, Lieutenant Commander, but Transport Room says they can't get a lock on the Vulcan for reason, but they can get the doctor. I'm hoping the enhancers will make it possible.
Oh, and the doctor pipes up a little bit. Want to meet me in sickbay?
My question is, are you beaming straight to sickbay?
Mm-hmm.
Into a quarantined area.
Okay. This is going to be a control plus engineering. Difficulty is 4.
Do we want to use Calum now that he's here, or Leva?
Hello, Calum. So glad for you to join us today.
Thank you.
If this is turned into a Russian server, I'm leaving.
Welcome to die.
No, please.
I think he's ready to become a vampire. That's what's happening.
Oh, okay.
This is also assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering. Is that right?
Yeah, either Leva or Calum. I'll leave it to the head of engineering the discretion on who's the best transporter on that.
I'm opening up roll 20 right now, but I'm driving as well, so.
Oh, I gotcha. You do not have a focus in. 1 second. She has a focus. You have an equal control engineering. Is this assisted by the ship?
Yeah.
Yes, sensors plus engineering.
Okay, she gets a free reroll because of technical expertise, and she has her determination. So, I suggest her.
Same.
Yeah, use Leva.
Okay. So focus in transporters.
right.
Determination on no room for error.
Yeah.
Okay.
And spend the momentum to buy a dice.
Be 2 momentum.
Yep. So we're at 5.
Just need the ship sensors plus engineering.
On it. Sensors, engineering. 1.
All right,
Okay.
Gain 2 momentum, and the Doctor and the Vulcan are beamed straight to sickbay. Back in main engineering on the Vulcan science vessel, Lieutenant Vogel. Is there anything else you want to do in main engineering?
I mean, I suppose I could try to get some systems up to try to piece together what happened here. You know, maybe try to get some internal sensors, computer readouts, stuff like that.
Were they actually bringing the warp core back?
I checked to see. I asked him to secure the engineering and do what he wanted there, and then once he was done with that, I wanted him to do the figure out the warp core issue.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so basically, if I could get like just like a readout of sensor data, maybe download their computer core.
So give me insight plus engineering difficulty 0.
Difficulty 0, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, Discord loves cutting off the tail end of our conversation, doesn't it?
I know.
Push to talk is normally the culprit.
That is 1 momentum, and the computer core appears to be offline.
Can we reroute power or get it powered up some?
Unfortunately, no. There is no power currently available through any of the reactors. They've pretty much depleted. Most of the ship systems is running on emergency power at the moment, including life support and whatever light fixtures.
Backup batteries, cores. Jeez.
Yep. Same thought. Couldn't remember the name.
At the cost of momentum, I'll say you have a emergency power battery, essentially.
Sure.
Easy spent.
Yeah. What are we at in momentum now?
2.
And yeah, you do the console. You strap it on, and it gets more power to it and becomes more stable.
All right. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to download the the database if possible.
With the computer core offline, unfortunately, you won't be able to download the database.
All right, whatever I could get from the console then.
Okay. Essentially, it's just the remaining logs of what happened in main engineering.
Actually, I think that's probably I think that's probably a very good engineering log. I will download them to my tricorder.
All right. And while you're doing that, you hear a sort of essentially like a toolkit being dropping from like a table or something nearby.
All right, I will turn with my light on it with my hand on my phaser.
You turn towards the sound and you don't see anything.
I'm gonna do a quick glance at the tricorder, see if it's done.
Yes, the download is complete.
All right, I'm gonna grab the tricorder, flip it closed, put it on the belt, and tell Tib, I think it's time we go.
And as you turn towards Tib to tell him that, and you turn back around towards the door, there, in a sudden jolt, standing before you is a Vulcan, and his eyes are bloodshot, and you see black goo dripping down him, and he comes forward and lunges at you. Make a daring plus security check for me, please.
Is it opposed, I'm assuming?
It is opposed.
I saw what you did there.
Oh dear God. I'm gonna take another momentum to try to get 3 dice. This is not my best stat.
It is a tie. It is currently a draw. So you can succeed at cost, or nothing happens.
If nothing happens, it passes to you anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll have nothing happen.
All right. And so yeah, you kind of blocks tack, and he kind of lunges forward, and then he looks at you intently.
I'm gonna look at Tabin, and I think we're gonna kind of both fire phasers at him, trying to stun him.
Caleb's not there.
He said
Tib.
Tib.
So I'll activate Tib at this moment.
I don't think we can
You're
both
currently
fire
in
at the
close
same
range. Yeah,
Oh,
one
I'm
of you will
close.
have to go. So yeah, to fire your phaser, you're currently in close range.
Okay.
It will be, your minor would be to draw the phaser. It is a control plus security. Difficulty is 3, because you're in close range of the individual.
Right. Is it possible
Tib?
to still get him to assist in this?
Well, Tib is going to go next anyways, because the Vulcan can't go again.
Correct.
So you could have the Tibbs action be an assist roll, because that's an action to assist, and then you get to roll your main attack. Would be my suggestion.
I could always just take my minor to back up and let him shoot.
Well, you can take a minor to back up and then spend a momentum to draw your phaser.
Yeah. That would put us out of momentum, though. Let's do it. I'm going to back up, draw phaser, shoot.
All right. Be difficulty 2.
Boo.
And it's a miss.
Yep.
It is Tibbs' go.
He's not gonna have a relevant focus. Maybe. I don't know that Tib will get to use it in any other situations. Could he use his determination on the chief knows best, since the chief in this situation is the person in charge?
No.
That's a bad value, because we've tried to use it and he's never in the proximity of the chief when we need him to use it.
Well, it's usually been fired when it's something engineering based, something the engineer Altera would have instructed him on.
Yeah, but if we have the engineer, then we use the engineer and not Tib.
You sure about that?
I guess he'll spend a threat because he doesn't want to miss.
Alright. That's a hit.
Yeah, there's no momentum, so it's just flat.
He takes it and he's still up. His go, and he is going to charge straight for Tib. This is an opposed. Make a daring plus security check for me. I need Tib to make a daring plus security.
Oh, my bad. The pizza guy called. I thought you were talking to Ed. Take a threat. Oh.
Alright, 2 momentum. Roll unarmed strike damage.
Oh, Tib is kicking ass.
I know, right?
Well, that's 6. But in doing so, during the struggle, Tib's suit gets torn. Tib needs, as some black goop gets on Tib's skin during the struggle. Give me a fitness plus medicine check, difficulty 3.
Take 3 threat. Uh-oh.
Tib is feeling feverish.
Has the Vulcan been subdued?
He is on the ground, and doing so, you literally see him on the ground. He's coughing, and then sort of like kind of almost projectile vomit. It just spurs up into the air, was on the ground, and falls right back on top of this black goo stuff. Just goes all over him.
I'm going to, if it's my action, I'm going to radio to the ship and say emergency transport. Yeah, probably just emergency transport.
How many?
Well, 2.
Okay, it is the both of you. All right.
And where are you going?
As much as I want to say sick bay, I think just wherever they send us would be fine.
I'll be setting them both. I'll be ordering both of them to sick bay.
I mean, we have Leva. She can make it happen.
So it is a difficulty 3.
And I gotta jump to mobile here, go get the girlfriend. So I'll be on, but if I have to roll anything, you guys have to.
All right. It is a difficulty 3, control plus engineering. This is by the ship's sensors plus engineering, and that's going to the pad.
Don't we want them to go straight to medical?
So I put it to 4.
That'll be a 4.
Is it possible to create a quarantine field around the transporter pad so we can beam them to the pad and then from the pad to the medical bay?
I mean, wouldn't 1 difficulty 4 be better than 2 difficulty 3s?
That's true.
I mean, Leva's got the skill.
Yeah,
she doesn't went down.
She could just buy some. She'll just have to buy with threat to make it to make sure she dunks it. But yeah, it's going to be a beam straight to med bay into quarantine.
Is the doc using medic? Oh, it doesn't matter.
What?
I was wondering if the doc was using medical or exo talent this episode.
Medical.
Okay, well, some people could use some determination, but I guess we don't have momentum, so it wouldn't matter anyways.
Yeah. I'll grab.
She'll buy up to 5 dice. Or 4 dice, maybe. No, it's difficulty 5, so 5 dice.
Difficulty 4.
So 5. Yeah, 5 dice.
Okay.
With
Alright.
focus and transport.
Yep.
And what is it? This is sensor something, isn't it?
Sensors engineering.
Okay.
So it's 1 momentum.
Hot dog.
Dude, I'm telling you, Leva never lets down.
Oh, and the ship.
Yep.
Sensors engineering, right? Oh, you've got me there.
That's just 1 momentum. And Doctor, as you're...
I re-rolled it because of her technical expertise.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Right.
Yep. So it's 2. So Doctor, you're just put the patient kind of in a quarantine field, and it's just you inside the quarantine field for right now. And you put the Vulcan in there, and then materialized right there is both Lieutenant Vogel and Tib.
Oh shit.
Doctor, he's got some black stuff on him.
Alright, get it. On that bed over there, Tib, if you can make it there. Dilovine and in a hypo now.
Okay, so the only person that's left on the Vulcan ship, I believe, is Talus. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna be making my way back to the runabout.
All right. Currently, as you're on the bridge, you scan around. You notice that there are several dead Vulcans. And as you look at all the rest of these dead Vulcans, you do notice that this black stuff is just coming out of every part of their body that it can come out of. Ears,
It's just like
eyes, through the fingernails, you name it.
it's just like he's just cursing to himself. Like, God damn it! What am I doing? And he's just backing away.
Sarek to away team status.
I'm trying to get to the runabout. I've got copious amounts of black liquid coming from everything biological.
Get within the transporter enhancers. We're going to beam you out of there and put you straight to quarantine since your suit's been compromised.
Sir, there could be wayward Vulcans still on board. I suggest that I retrieve the runabout because we don't want to risk sending anyone else over, and we can't risk having a Vulcan take it. I'm up to the challenge, sir. I've been trained in security missions.
Transporter room. Would we be able to beam over any a security team to assist the to guard the beam a security team to the runabout or pilot?
I'm assuming I'm not. I'm assuming I'm not hearing any of this, right? Being in sickbay.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah. You could
No
potentially
metagaming,
beam.
man.
Yes, you could beam a security team to the runabout. But
Sir.
while that's going on, someone pops out of the corner and comes at you, Talus. Make a dairy plus security check for me. It's opposed.
Hand-to-hand combat,
Yeah.
and
For some reason, that applies.
2 momentum, 1 threat to get 4 dice. And re-rolling the 0 for bold security.
Ooh, it is a draw.
Really?
So, yep. Right above it.
Yeah, it can pass to them then. I mean, pass to me. I'm not gonna succeed at risk.
Alright. But you are gripped in combat. And you see this coup stuff, and the guy is literally trying to claw at you. And some of it gets onto your skin.
Yeah, I saw that coming. Saw that coming.
But it does pass to you.
Since I guess I'm grappled, I'm gonna use...
You're not grappled, you're just kind of locked in combat.
Okay. This would be a good time to look up some of my talents.
Well, let me see your sheet real quick.
I need to know the effects of martial artist and mean right hook.
So mean right hook is vicious 1, and then so that's every effect. You get 1 extra damage for unarmed strike damage, and then for martial artist, for every effect you roll for your unarmed strike, it costs me as the GM plus 1. It's 1 extra, essentially 1 extra threat I have to spend to avoid an injury. So if you roll, like, say, 3 effects on your damage roll, it would cost me 5 momentum to keep that character, to avoid an injury with that character.
Then I'm gonna unarmed strike him.
Alright. It is opposed
Wait,
daring plus security.
Wait, does martial artist apply to the Ushan?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Same, I'll buy 4 dice, 2 momentum. Wait, we spent that 2 momentum. Buy a 3rd dice with threat.
Alright. And I'm gonna spend some threat here. And roll the same. Oh! Alright. So you do succeed. Ooh.
Baff.
Yeah, so with that, what the complication though is, because he's already in this grave state, you do hit them, and you're already kind of covered in this black goo as it is. But the complication is, though, he's definitely out, if not dead.
He just, like, the half second before he starts moving to run towards the shuttle, He looks down at the Vulcan and he just like mutters under his breath, like, "Damn Vulcans," and then runs, making sure that he still has his Type 3 phaser.
Oh, he does. You managed to, I'll say, you do pick it up off the ground. Assuming you would have dropped it during the combat. But, yes. You are covered, though, in black goo that is all over your suit right now.
Do I need to make another check? Because I passed the first check not to get the... I didn't fail like Tib did. Do I need to make another one?
No,
Or is this
well,
just four?
I haven't told you to roll yet.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm headed towards the shuttle.
Alright. Give me fitness plus security to go down the turbolift shaft.
Take a threat. And I'm using survival.
Sure.
Rerolling complication.
Like, bank a... Yeah, difficulty 2. So, bank 2 momentum. You make it down to the shaft, back to deck 3. By this time, you're kind of like, feel, so give me a fitness plus medicine, difficulty 3.
How much momentum do we have?
2.
Okay. I'll spend those in a threat for 4 dice.
Oh, your medicine's probably like 1 or something.
Oh, does survival count?
No.
And I'll spend my determination on I will fight to victory or death, since I'm trying to power through this. Like I'm trying to just power through the pain.
Sure.
Okay, I'll re-roll the 3.
All right, you do 6. You still feel but yeah, you're not somewhat okay for the time being. And you head towards the runabout. I believe that there was a security team wanting to beam aboard the runabout. That's going to be a opportunity cost and escalation.
I'm not gonna fire it because I didn't get a call back about emergency beam out. And I'm hoping, I think it'll be easier if he gets the runabout. Even if he gets there, we could beam him with its pad to us, and that should be an easier time.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, back in sickbay, Doctor, you have a Vulcan who is dying.
Yep.
You have
Yes.
Tib, who is feeling feverish and covered in black goo. And for the most part, you feel okay, but judging by what Tib has on him and what you have on him, you're pretty sure you might be infected at this point.
Yeah.
With whatever's going on.
Yeah. The 2 drugs that I had shot us full of, one was a broad spectrum antitoxin, Divaline. The other was lectrazine, which is used to stabilize cardiovascular and renal systems. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you right now, they appear to have no effect.
Oh, son of a... Because I am running out of drugs.
Give me a reason plus medicine, difficulty 3. To figure out what is going on.
Is being in medbay helping at all?
There would be a that is with the decrease.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh, well then... no, it may be a harder difficulty to treat. We don't have any momentum, do we?
We're zeroed out, yep.
Oh, shit. Focus in xenobiology.
No.
All right. Yeah. Let's see how this works out.
And you gave me 3 threat, right?
And I can't re-roll any of that unless. Well, I can
Nope.
use another milestone, but yeah.
Sure, I'll let you use another milestone. What's the
And I have
value, though?
8 of them. Help where you can when you can. It's precious. I could pick one.
How about needs of the few? I'll take that.
Work. I will re-roll the 2.
Alright, bank a momentum.
No. I mean, sure. You don't want to bank it.
I want you to bank it. I don't really want to die right now.
And Doc, as you're going through that, give me a fitness plus medicine check. Difficulty 3.
Spending that momentum.
Okay. You're fine.
Yep.
Alright, you do have. I did send you something.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm to make of it. Well, virus for it would be one thing. Let's see, 'cause it's decided. Okay. All right. Do we have any healthy and Bolians on board?
There might be. Why?
Because I'm going to try and use. I'm basically going to try and make an antivirus. But I'm fairly sure I need untainted blood for that. Find Betazoid blood. The only other Betazoid just fucking left.
Well, there might be other Betazoids in the crew. There's a lot of people on the ship.
You have your kid.
That's fair.
So, you're out of momentum, but there is more information you can ask, but you'll need to give me threat for that in this case.
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
waiving a certain rule.
Okie dokie.
So if there's any questions you want to ask.
There are a few, but make a lot of sense. Pathetic. It's meant to species. It mutates to the primordial substance. Okay. Asphyxiation and heart failure. Why I use the cardiovascular drug. That didn't work.
Well, your heart's working.
Yes, but with the cause of death being heart failure, it does attack the cardiovascular system.
Not necessarily, not in the way you're thinking of, but
well, I know the
and
point of contact is contact in general. antivirus is kind of really the only thing I'm at the moment.
Does Borg Baby have some nanites you could use?
I mean, technically they both do. There's no way you can get them all. You can deactivate them all, but you can't get them all.
So, how about this? You give me 3 threat, and I'll give you some answers to some additional answers here.
Or
Sure.
just guess blindly and hope for the best. Aw.
This is sorry, it's a bit confusing for me to figure out.
All right.
Okay. Manage causes. Then I'm gonna start the full fusion while feeding oxygen to the Vulcan.
All right. So
Breather.
with this, we're gonna go and then we'll kind of just in the meantime to figure out what to do with Talus. But we're gonna move into the next scene. So things don't look too great for you guys. There are 3 people infected.
Yep.
Plus, the only person you brought back from the tunnel. But for this scene, we're going to go into the scientific method, given the fact that most of the information you have gathered. There'll be 1 lead on this. You guys tell me of a solution, of way to potentially cure the virus, or what other means that you think you can save everybody.
Space us all. Space us all. That's all I got. Space us all.
Great doctor. Do no harm in all that.
Okay, I'm gonna give you what I got, and then spacing us is not the best option. The virus, let's see, it's genetically modified, it's transmitted through bodily fluids. It's a fast-acting lethal synthetic virus. That
Well, there it is.
there you go. Prex will send it to you.
Cells 4 hours from the pain of infection. Asphyxiation for help. Virus causes the cells break down to basic building blocks while it's multiplying. Hence why it's going black. There's no treatment in that. Virus has never been encountered before. This virus actually destroys cells in the bloodstream. It causes brain other organs to the virus starve, mainly the brain receives lack of oxygen. Defective blood seconds is first to go. Well,
Getting space us all, because that's what I'm getting.
Wow. I'm not sure I'd go there. If it's a virus, then it's possible that you could. Sorry, someone else putting that music, or did I just turn something on by accident?
No, it's the.
I
It's
turned it
Roll20.
Okay, good.
Could you whip up your own virus real quick that remutates the cells?
That was what I was trying to do with the antivirus. That apparently I can't make.
Was that said?
Antivirus works a little bit like antivirus works differently.
Now I'm talking about an actual virus that you've created, that you create.
I'm not Mir. I don't
You have a
have
medicine.
virology.
But you have a medicine above 4 and a medical team full of experts. It's not impossible. It's just hard.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh, and I didn't give you the symptoms, but I will share this with you because I actually made this. So
Could I don't know if this is possible in Star Trek, but I'm wondering could you beam at least the three that came from the crew? Could you beam them and then cross-reference their patterns with the last patterns beamed onto on the last pattern, healthy patterns beamed, and like eliminate the differences and beam them back down?
I could see us being able to do that with our crew, but I doubt we have the transporter logs for, because we didn't get the computer logs from the Vulcan ship. We wouldn't be able to do that for our patient, but we might be able to do it for our people.
I mean, that'd solve at least some of the problems, if that's a possible solution.
Did any of the engineering logs I get have a possible cause for this?
Oh, so, yes, there is some logs on that, and I will, since you're on the road, I'll go ahead and just tell you guys. So, the can't talk. The Vulcan science vessel encountered a very old escape pod where they brought on board and were attempting to study it. The pod was in the lower decks. Somehow, they were operating under a quarantine. However, something happened with the quarantine, and part of the crew got infected. The captain quarantined the lower decks, hoping that they would find a cure. They were unsuccessful as the people in the lower decks began exhibiting violent behavior, and to try and stop the spread of the virus, he essentially vented the two lower decks of the ship. Unfortunately,
That explains the bodies in space.
Yes.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, that did not work, as the infection spreaded further throughout the entire ship. The captain felt no choice but to try and destroy the vessel. He went down to main engineering himself, but the first officer thought that he was believing the captain was infected and was not acting in his right state of mind, ejected the warp core. The first officer ejected the warp core from the bridge.
Do we know infection vector? Like, are we at risk? Or is
Bodily
the rest of the
It
ship
is-
at risk?
Blood and bodily fluid contact.
Okay, so we're
throw
okay
up
for
on
now.
you. Or we
So
have to throw up on
yeah.
So I'm staying in my environmental suit while I'm in this quarantine zone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're not infected in any way yet. You haven't had the rip.
But I'm still but I'm inside the quarantine though. But I'm in the suit, so I'm not infected yet.
Let's hope no one goes violent.
Would it be possible for us to extract Vogel out of there and have him clean and have him cleaned down? Have her cleaned down, sorry.
Well, her suit is covered, sort of. Well, not really covered. She did manage to dodge out of the way of the assault. Potentially yes, but quarantine procedures, you're not sure, because you do notice though, like they're technically infected, and the transporter filter was not able to filter it out.
Because it isn't sure what it is, so it doesn't know what to filter. Just as a backstop, would it be possible, Doctor, would it be possible for us to put everyone who's infected into stasis units if we can't figure out a solution quickly? Do you have enough, is my question.
Yes, but here's the problem. There would be nobody to work on it.
There's the rest of Starfleet, Doctor. Why do we have
Theoretically,
stasis
yes.
fields?
Yes, I have enough.
Okay, so worst to worst, we can at least.
Idea, but yes.
I need Tib to make a fitness plus medicine check, difficulty 4. I need the doctor to make a fitness plus medicine check, difficulty is 3. And Talus, you need to make a fitness plus medicine check, difficulty 3.
Of course we are.
And doctor, make it a 4.
Sure, why not? That's great. I have
Sorry,
a medal where I can. It's a medical task, right? Or a medicine task? Oh wait, no.
It is fitness plus medicine.
Guess it doesn't count as a medical roll. Shit.
Not really, no.
All right. 3 threat. Let's fail this and punch somebody out.
Ooh.
Punch somebody out.
Doctor, you're feeling feverish.
Yep.
And you have, because of that, you have an increased complication of +1 on all tasks for the remainder of the scene. I need Tib and Talus to make their medicine check rolls. Tib is a difficulty 4, while Talus is a difficulty 3. Fitness plus medicine.
I didn't get the difficulty for Talus.
3.
Take 3 threat. You're already too high. Who cares? Go ahead and take enough threat for 5 dice. Did survival count for this? Or did survival not count? I can't remember. Did survival count?
Nah,
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Oh, that's good because it didn't matter. Oh, it did matter. I got 2 successes.
Complication. Zeros.
Yeah. Is there a part of me that was infected before the others?
You got into a fist fight and your suit was already compromised. During the fight, some of that goof got onto you, like the fluid.
So I'm wondering if a tourniquet to a certain part of my body could stop something, because I wanna burn a value, and maybe I could use it on victory justifies any means. And I was thinking if a tourniquet. Okay. Yeah, I'll just accept whatever it is then. I don't have anything.
So there is a complication there. Since you did pass the earlier complication, but I'm gonna say you feel feverish, but all of a sudden you vomit inside your helmet. And when you do vomit, it's kind of similar to normal vomit, but there is some black stuff in there.
I'll just take the helmet off and throw it to the side and keep going.
Yeah.
But you are feeling feverish and a little tired.
Yep, just pressing on towards the shuttle.
Alright. I need Tib
right.
to roll. It's a difficulty 4.
Oh.
Tib? I'll get to it.
Okay.
Fitness medicine, right?
Yep.
Come on. Oh, God. Come on, mouse. Stop being annoying. Thank you. I'll give you a threat.
I have a
All
question.
right.
Is there any way that Tib, at least for the future, is there any way that Tib can challenge? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna ask if Tib could challenge the chief. Oh, he doesn't need a challenge. He already has a determination. Would the mission? Would the mission cover this? The mission parameters cover this trying to stay up?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
The mission parameters are essentially it's a rescue mission, so essentially the original mission values was to figure out what was going on with the Tunnel.
Yeah, we need to change. We need to burn his value sometime so we can change it to the officers above me know best, because we don't even have a chief anymore.
I'm assuming Tib is still in his suit. He does feel extremely exhausted, very tired. But he, which I kind of forgot one of the important things here. You guys are actually taking fatigue. So Tib does vomit inside his suit, and there is some black goo in there, and yeah. So everyone that failed takes two stress damage. Tib is actually at 4, by the way.
Oops.
Yeah, I think we're gonna follow the commander's order and just stasis us all.
So, good news. It's in medbay, so it doesn't cost us any opportunity. Bad news. It's escalation 2 per stasis unit.
Yep.
So, at least 4 threat to stasis, Tib, and the doctor.
So I got through it. I'm gonna spend 6 of it.
Of course you are.
These stasis pods are not functioning.
Well, it's been nice knowing you all. I'm about to die a painful and excruciating death. No idea
In that
what
case,
to do.
then we'll need to
So-
undo.
We're
Sorry, go on.
doing scientific method, right? Like that was what was.
Yes, you're still in the scientific method. That is correct.
Okay.
I'm just throwing this out there
What?
while all this is going on. So while you're trying to figure out a solution for this.
Yep. So what's the discipline? Did we determine discipline? I'm assuming medicine.
Medicine, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
we have-
So doctor's taking point on this, correct?
Did we rule? Did we rule out? What did we rule out so far?
I don't think we've done anything yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we were trying to deal with all the recursions of the virus. So I think one of them would probably be trying to create some type of antivirus serum to counteract the effects of this one. It might be possible to use some type of like radiation type therapy to try to target the mutated cells and hopefully be able to counteract the virus that way. So those are my two thoughts.
I guess because you're driving, you probably didn't read. But the virus is actively. Okay, so, but yeah, it's pretty much changing the cells into some sort of primordial substance.
Yeah.
But the virus
So,
is still a living thing that needs. That
So
can
it's
perish
not
to
living.
energy.
it's about attacking the virus. We got to stop the virus and then try to reverse the damage. So I think either we have to try to find some type of antivirus, or we maybe try to use radiation to try to kill the virus outright.
My other option was a full blood transfusion. If it's changing cells at a level, then that's not going to help.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if a full blood transfusion would, like, if it's affecting like the liver, a blood transfusion is not going to do much. But those are my suggestions of possibilities.
One out there idea, just because we're only up to 2 so far, is trying to use the transporter system to try to isolate the infection spit. If nothing else, to slow it down so we can eliminate the smaller bits through another method.
Are we allowed to do that? See, I was gonna bring up my old idea, but I thought since this was a medicine, it was attached to medicine, that we wouldn't be able to use things like transport.
Well, medically, I'm thinking that theoretically, if we can figure out exactly what the makeup of it is and be able to tell the transporter what to look for, that like we're able to figure out to that degree, there's something for it to scan.
So what if instead of a antivirus thing, what if we were to maybe make a substance that maybe attaches itself to the virus that can be locked onto with a transporter? Like it emits some type of signal that we can get a transporter lock on.
Yeah, certainly.
If we know about if we know how to replicate some nanites real quick, couldn't we make nanites and program them to just seek and destroy the virus without using transporters?
Theoretically, yeah.
We got to keep in mind that whatever we do, we have to do quickly, because I estimate they probably only have 2.5 hours left.
Well, we have one of the ship's best engineers, and in the pod with you.
Yeah, but he ain't doing so hot.
He's essentially mid-stage.
Yeah. However, there is a Newman with cybernetics that may be able to do. Well, no, I guess it's nanomachines. You have to do something different.
Well, we can suggest maybe the nanomachines and the 2 other ideas, and try to go ahead and get a verdict on if any of those are correct.
I mean, because we could try the nanomachines. We could maybe try to use the transporters with whatever. It's probably going to have to be some type of biologic device that attaches to a virus, maybe a bacteria or something.
I was wondering if we could just cross-reference with their old scans and try to eliminate the difference.
I think those are our 3 so far in very short summary.
I mean, otherwise we have to. Otherwise, it's antivirus.
Was antiviral already ruled out earlier though by Prax? Because isn't that one of the doctor's first suggestions that got ruled out?
What, the antivirus? Yes.
So if we take that as written, then it's nanosolution, transporter, blood transfusion. Unless there's any other, because we need to hypothesize and narrow down a bit, because we don't have infinite time.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, let's get down to 3 choices, 3 good choices that we think would work, and then let the doctor pick one, essentially.
Well, we just suggest all 3, and then he gives us a yes or no.
Yeah, no, I know. So let's narrow down to the 3.
Yeah, right now you have 4.
Yeah.
So which of the 3 out of the 4 you're going with?
Sorry, what?
I think we dropped antiviral because we think it's already been eliminated.
So it should be. Are the three. If the because the doctor's the lead on this, I would think, because they have the highest medicine.
Yep. And right now the doctor is drawing a blank, but yes, those seem to be the three. Just an antivirus before we started the scientific thing. Yep.
So, do we have a right answer, or are we on a wild goose chase with these?
So, okay, so nanosolution, transporter, and then blood.
Yep.
I will accept one of these.
Okay.
I
You will
Oh,
have
go
to
ahead.
kind of explain how on a couple of them.
Or which one do you need explained?
Transporter
The
one.
nanosolution. I know about the I can figure the transporter one out, but the nano and the blood solution, I need to figure
So-
out like.
For the nanites, it's it's isolating the virus and then programming them to seek and destroy the virus. And then after that, all you would have to do is the blood transfusion, because you would have eliminated the chance at reproducing the problems again. Like,
Whereas the pure blood transfusion solution is just not even bothering with the nanites at all, swapping out all the blood and hoping that purges the system.
No. Basically, it's nanomachines to kill the virus or dialysis.
Okay. Like I said, I will accept one of these.
Which one do you want to chase down first, Doctor?
Might as well try then the machiny solution. We'll go with the nano one. Why not?
you might get a reputation as the nanite doctor.
I hate everybody's face right now.
I can't help with medicine. My medicine's too low.
Okay. Real quick though, I'm gonna have everyone make a check for me. So, Tib needs to make a fitness plus medicine difficulty 5.
I'll be moved here in a minute.
Talus needs you to make a fitness plus medicine difficulty 4. And Doctor, it is a fitness plus medicine difficulty 4 as well for you.
If someone orders Talus to stay standing, can he use his determination on the chief knows best? If someone slaps him and tells him to hold it together, can he use his determination?
6 threat for me.
Because he's not going to make it unless there's a determination spent, I don't think.
One momentum. And
Can we get a ruling on the slap and it sends into him?
I just don't see that.
give him the 6th threat, and then just have him roll and hope for the best, because he's one step away from death.
Okay.
Well, he's still got another check after this.
Then 6th threat.
Well, no, he goes psychotic, and then he gets shot or punched, and then probably promptly dies. So,
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's just, there's nothing you can do about it. If we can't spend determination, then that's just going to have to go the way it went.
Talus takes 2 stress.
He's down.
He is definitely. Let's roll to see which one he got, either the psychosis or mental impairment.
Oh, I thought Talos was rolling for a tip. That's why I was thrown.
Oh, did I? Oh, my fitness is higher than that. So
Yeah, that was
that's
for Tib, right?
for tip. Yeah, I don't ever check the as because I would spend all day searching that little.
Okay. Tib is currently having psychosis, so he's getting violent and hysteria.
The
Secure him to the bed.
Vogel may want to deal with that in order to save herself some problems.
In fact, I'm going to take over the Tib character sheet, and he attacks the nearest thing he sees.
That'd be Vogel or the doctor.
It will be Vogel.
You can do it, Vogel. Put him down. Get a promotion.
You guys gave me all this threat. That is 4. I need an opposed daring security.
All right.
And then I also do need a fitness difficulty 4 from Talos. Fitness plus medicine.
I think he's about to fuck me up. We got 1 momentum.
1, yep.
We're all in this together. We'll all die in this one little bubble.
All right,
Fine.
I'll use the 1 momentum, and then I'll give you 5 threat, just because I don't see any other option here.
I'm giving you another 6 threat.
That's 2
I mean,
more cubes coming
if
at
we
you
have
guys.
to keep making level 5, if we keep having to make difficulty 5 checks, though, that's expected.
It's the nature of this disease. So. It is a tie, Vogel. You sort of kind of it's a draw, unless you want us to succeed at cost.
I really don't want to, so we'll pass turn.
All right, Talus. You suffer 2 stress. So you're on stage 1. You vomit and you feel extremely exhausted.
I am going to hypo spray Tib. I'm gonna knock him out.
All right, because it's gonna be a daring plus medicine. Difficulty is 2. No, sorry, it's gonna be opposed. Cause yeah, he's gonna fight you on this. That makes sense.
Does this count as a medicine check? Or medical check?
Essentially, I'm rolling hand-to-hand combat
It's
with the
daring,
medicine,
so.
so yeah, it's daring plus medicine.
But I should have spent one of my spotlights on. I mean, you're just gonna end up rolling more and more anyway. So yeah, up to 36 dice to you. So, or threat for you, whatever. Yeah, that.
I'm just gonna roll 5 dice. So, hey, you get a momentum, and you knock him out. So,
Recommend we sit Oh.
There
Go
is
ahead.
one thing you're forgetting about this, because this is the rules within the science book on how to deal with this stuff. You can technically assist someone with their symptoms to stave them off with a control plus medicine check at whatever the difficulty is. So,
Well, that's great. Can I do it to myself?
no. Someone else would have to do it.
I recommend we
Someone-
just sedate. I just recommend we sedate whoever's infected because they're gonna get because this is progressing alarmingly fast.
May
and
I
they might get
say
psychotic.
sedate and isolate in a separate?
Yeah.
So, but for the actual extended task, I need a daring plus medicine, difficulty 3.
For which extended task?
nano
the
thing.
nano thing. Yeah.
I would like to prioritize getting the people who could possibly kill each other unconscious.
That
would be
involves the person making the cure.
Sorry, say again.
Involves the person making the cure as well.
I leave it to you, Doctor. You're the lead. Roll him if you got him, and good luck, because I don't know how this is.
I was all for the cryostasis, but that didn't work out. So, momentum and 2 threat, and let's see what happens. Back.
That is 1 momentum that you get back. Roll me 7 challenge dice.
Oh, new extended task thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
The resistance is 4. Work track is 17. Magnitude is 5. We need 5 breakthroughs, which means you only have 5 chances at this before you're dead.
Thanks. Well, to reroll those 2
There's 3.
or 3. Yeah, 3. I'm all fluttered right now, more so than Morgantha is. Still not enough.
Momentum to kill the resistance?
No,
need
I already
to-
used it to reroll.
Oh, never mind. Threat to.
So that's only 3 on the work track.
Yep.
Hooray. Again.
Yep, it is still a difficulty 3.
Wait, this counts as a. Well, never mind. What?
Can the doctor use their medical team special power to bring the difficulty down?
Unfortunately, no.
They can't get to me.
They can't get to him.
Okay. Carry on.
Yeah, but he can talk. Like he can talk through the quarantine and coordinate with them. They don't have to physically touch him, do they?
No, but I'm gonna make the complication that they're
Yeah. The complication is God is trying to kill the doctor. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You wanted a challenge, so I've given you a challenge. You said I was easy mode. This is not me being
No,
easy mode.
I did not say you were easy mode. I am effect in the opposite. Opposite. I said it was routine. I never said it was easy mode. Yeah, just take a threat. Not that I can re-roll it anyway if I fail. But I didn't. But I also don't get any momentum, which will be fracking fantastic right now. Or just roll like that.
That is 4 on the work track.
It's still not enough. Dang it. Okay.
And because I have threat, I'm taking 4 off the work track. This virus is being very, very stubborn, Doctor.
Oh,
You have 3 more attempts.
Well, at least you have those normal milestones to help you.
Oh, you mean the ones I haven't been using that I should have been for the last 3 or 4 rolls? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Needs of the few.
All right. Try to save
For-
yourself here.
You damn Skippy. Auto successes. I'm going to use my Surgeon's Award. Up it down to a 2 difficulty, because I can do that once per episode. Because of the Surgeon decoration. 2, which I've already made. And yeah, why not? Just roll the 2 dice and hope for momentum at this point. So 2 momentum. Damn it. Reroll.
1 work.
And 1 for piercing. I'm hoping that gets that.
That is 1 breakthrough.
Great.
And that's only 6 on the work track. You have 2 more attempts at this.
Yep, that's fine. I have 6 more milestones. Let's do this. Burn another one.
All right.
And yeah, roll the dice.
Difficulty goes down to 2, but I am spending 2 threat to up it to make it a 3 again.
One momentum, fine. I don't
So
want
you're
to
at 1
die.
momentum.
And 1 for piercing.
So that's only 4 on the work track.
With piercing? Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Fine. Go through this
Not enough
one
for a breakthrough.
again.
This is your last attempt, Doctor.
I'm about to die. It's fine. It's fine. Same deal, except give you 5 threat. And yeah. Yep, 4 momentum. This guys. Piercing, extra work.
2 piercing and like probably 2 extra work.
Yeah. I didn't make it.
Okay, so you're spending 2 on piercing, so that negates the resistance, so that's 8 total on the work track, which then makes it 21. Yeah. So that actually fills the work track. That is total of 3 breakthroughs, but you do complete the work, so it does complete the work. You do have a solution. But I need everyone that's infected to make me some rolls.
Yep.
Alright, let's see. I got the Doctor. He's in stage 2, so that is a difficulty. No, you're at stage 1 still. Right? Yeah. So that's difficulty 4.
Okay.
Tim is in the final stages, so that is a difficulty 5. And Talos is a difficulty 4.
Okay. Because the doctor never uses this one, can
Take 6 or 5 or whatever it is. So
That
there's
can I
for-
use the
no.
Talus?
That's for Talus.
Okay. It's 1 momentum. You do stave off the effects for now,
Oh goody.
at least for Talus.
Oh.
And then,
Yep. So yeah, the doctor is going to do a fight over flight. I guess would that be a value I could use for this? Because I'm fighting not to die.
all right.
It's the only time I really would use this one.
Take another max. And Tib makes his too. Oh wait. Oh, someone changed the thing to daring security. Let me check real quick. So his fitness medicine is only a 10. So he still gets 2. Fails that one.
4.
gets 3.
He still gets 4.
He still gets
Got
4,
4.
but it's not
You
enough.
failed.
Okay. So yeah, can I use that value or no?
Yeah, but yeah, Tib is dead.
Yeah. Spending a momentum and a threat for a third dice. And that's 4. Well, I can try and get a momentum, but that may not help. So I got 4.
You're still in stage 1. All right. Yes, you have a potential cure, but Talus is. You can see, and he's in a suit. The stuff is just running from every part of his body that can escape.
Yeah. Tib is no more, which is sad.
I mean, if you have a cortical stimulator, you might be able to do something.
I don't think so.
I mean, that it's literally like for saving people who have just died.
It's in the science book.
Within
And
5
you're in med bay.
minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try it, but I will inject us all with the nanite stuff first.
Yeah.
I
No
will
sense
try.
reviving like, hey, you're alive, and now you want to.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll inoculate all of us first.
Yeah.
So you do inoculate all of you, but during that time,
Boy.
and some threat here, the female Vulcan passed away while you're working on for a cure.
Okay. As I do get the cure set up and everybody inoculated, I comms up to the bridge and say I have good news and bad news. Which would you like first, Commander?
Bad
Well,
news.
Talus is still on the Vulcan ship.
Well, bad news is I feel with Lieutenant Vogel here and Tib that we may have left Talus on his own.
Okay. What's the good
Vulcan's
news?
dead. Oh, there's still more bad news.
Okay.
I am now resuscitating Tib, but he may not make it. Good news is I've solved the problem, and we infection.
Are
And
you?
I will have to inoculate Talus when he gets here.
Do you believe you can? Is it something that's replicatable? Like in any
It's-
replicator?
Nanites, I don't see why the program can't be put in there.
Because I'm thinking for speed, we may want to just have it programmed into the replicator aboard the runabout and have him administer to himself there. Because he's trying to get to the runabout right now. Unless you're suggesting we beam him immediately. Your call, Doctor.
It'll just get progressively worse any longer that he is for a few minutes, and yeah, steroid or you know what I mean. Sorry, my mouth just went. My mouth went no.
All right, set up another quarantine area. I'll just have him beamed in then to medbay.
Very well. Cortical.
Tell me when you're ready.
That's what I wanted to say.
So let's do the transport real quick. So it is
Sorry,
normally it's going to be a difficulty 4.
I
However,
was not ready to be transported.
I don't think they're giving you a choice in the matter.
That's not your choice at this point.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna make it safe to recover the thing, but
Yeah, right now, my character's concern is that your character's dying. It's like, and you might be going crazy over there. It's like, and you're by yourself. Like,
All right. The transport is going to be a difficulty 5. Complication range is 5. Assisted by it's control plus engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering.
you could, if you, I mean, that's dangerous enough. If you just let him go, he can reach this pad on the thing.
That's why I was about to say that too. I'm like, you know what? He's better off just getting to the damn runabout, and maybe he can. Actually, he might be able to replicate the cure while he's there. So I'll take that chance because transporting seems way too hard right now and too dangerous.
Okay.
Sarek
to away team.
I mean, technically,
it's just
said you were transporting. That's why I spent the threat.
Yeah, but we get to know the difficulty ahead of time. We can always back away from it. It's like, oh, it's a difficulty. It's a 4. It's easy to do. Turn to 5. Complication 5. Like, oh, that seems like a very stupid thing to do now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just take back the threat, can't you?
No.
Yeah.
I don't even remember
I
how
mean-
much I spent.
I mean, I saw earlier you didn't record the 10 that me and Talis took, anyways, to
I
stay
did.
up. Stay up.
I spent.
Okay. I
I'll
mean,
take my 12 threat back that I spent for the transport. That's fine.
Sure. It's just me, Commander.
All right, we have a solution we have an inoculation that to save you from your illness. Once you get to the runabout, we're going to give you a blueprint, and you're going to replicate it there and administer it to yourself.
Understood.
We're going to patch you through with medbay once you're there.
Let's just keep the channel hot. It'd be nice to know that someone's listening anyway.
Yep, agreed. Patch in medbay into this channel as well, just so we can help him walk him through it if anything goes weird over there.
Understood, sir. And they do that.
Yep. This is the doctor.
All right, all we have to do is hope that Lieutenant Commander can get to the runabout in time, and we'll try to program it from there. So get your inoculation ready when the recipe ready when he gets there. For when he gets there.
Yeah. And the doctor basically do it because he can't get to a panel.
So, this is going to be a control plus engineering. Difficulty is 2.
To do what?
Essentially, to program the replicator and then send it over.
Oh, Doctor, do you want me to just get the Lieutenant Calum to program that in? I don't know how read up you are on programming.
I'm not that good of a programmer, and I don't think Reaver is either.
Wait, Vogel's there.
What's
yeah,
the
Vogel, can you do it?
What's the check?
Oh yeah.
Difficulty
Uh,
2.
Control engineering.
Control plus. Yep.
I
Computers?
totally forgot Vogel was there.
A computer
Sure.
focus?
I'll take computers.
You weren't an immediate threat. I forgot you were even here.
Alright, so it's difficulty 2, control engineering, you say?
Yep. And then I'm gonna spend a little threat here and make it complication range 2.
Okay. I'm gonna spend that momentum, get the third dice.
Whoop. Alt tab, darn it. There.
Because I think this is rather important. Alright, 14 to hit. Here we go.
Gain 2 momentum,
Huzzah.
and you're able to take the solution that Doctor created, and it is programmed to synthesize in the replicator.
There you go, Doc. We're all set.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All right, now to work on. Maybe I can get him back.
So this is going to be a difficulty 10
To do what?
To do what?
to bring Talos back.
Or tip back.
Or Tib, sorry. Big Tib, and then complication range is 3.
Is what?
3?
Did you say 10?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to roll, like, spend determination and roll almost all ones.
Yeah,
Or
I know.
maybe with a focus. Yeah,
Can I assist with
Um,
science?
I would accept medicine.
No help there.
I mean, but your roll is actually a help here because it's a difficulty 10.
Okay. Let's see. Needs of the few as a value.
I mean, I guess you're right. It is an extra die in the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if you get 1 on your end, that helps immensely.
Like my complication range is 3.
Yep. What was the attribute?
This is going to be a daring plus medicine.
Okie dokie then. Spending a determination or a milestone for a determination.
All right.
Needs of the few, since I'm trying to save one person's life. Spending the 2 momentum and 3 threat for 4 dice. Oh boy.
And then can I use xenobiology for a focus or nah?
Just the first one.
I'll
Yeah,
allow
let's
biology.
Thankful that it's just the first one because you really
Yeah.
killed it on the last 2.
Oh, I don't know why.
And second question, do we get a ship assist? Yeah, no.
No.
What focus were you trying to use? A focus there, Doctor?
I was not. Should I have?
What did you have? Like emergency medicine?
No, I have xenobiology, genetics, psychiatry, surgery,
Oh,
diplomacy, and hand phasers.
I took xenobiology, so that's 2.
That's 2,
4, 6,
4.
8.
So if we get a ship assist and it crits, we got it.
You can also Hail Mary it and use your determination to reroll dice, Doc. It is a bit of a Hail Mary, but it's possible.
Yeah, no.
Not to be too calculating, but we should save any Hail Marys for PC.
Oh, don't worry about my character. My character's temporary until we get back to Earth. So don't I mean, your character should
Uh,
care as much about Tib as you do me, is what I'm saying. Don't
Oh, my
have
character
any-
does.
Yeah, then play that.
All right.
I will allow computers plus medicine from the ship.
This is a
Joan, I think he's looking at you.
You need 2.
This is a time when we wish Vogel had technical expertise.
Had a better medicine score. I tried for science. I did try for science. Because with my science score, that is a hit.
You're 1 away. So
Yep.
you should try to re-roll, Doctor. All you gotta do is do 1 better. Just re-roll that 13 you got.
Is it worth it for Tib, though?
I mean, that's kind of because Tib is better than anyone we could replace him with because he's already been upgraded, and the Doctor's not using these milestones anyways.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was trying to allude to. Like, should we save his milestone?
He's not gonna spend them on anything.
It's only like he spent like what 4 of them today.
Also, Tib is one of those people that helped on the Imgen, so he's like veteran crew.
Sure. Why not? I'll try and re-roll that 13.
This is the most expensive spend for 1 extra reroll. And he's dead.
Oh! All right.
See what happens when you get
I hate to break it
sentimental?
to you.
Virus mutate.
Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you, Dallas, right now. I really do. I'm kidding, of course. Oh my god.
So, essentially, what you were trying to do is bring him back, as well as minister the serum that you have, and it is no longer effective. It is mutated in his body. Tib is dead, and currently, assuming hopefully, I have threat here.
Okay. Bracing myself.
Nope, I don't think I will do that. So, I was gonna
We
spend
got
threat
real
to,
quiet. I got real quiet.
But yes, currently Tib is very much a biohazard. And he's sitting there.
Yep.
He's dead.
Yep.
Rush him into space.
If any of you touch him, you'll be infected.
Nope. I am actually going to comms the commander and say I couldn't to Commander Joan.
Receiving.
Lost Tib in the Vulcan. As much as I would like to give him a proper, I suggest we beam them out off this ship immediately.
Transport room. Do it. Get a lock on those 2 and get them out off my ship.
So this is let's make this it's difficulty 4. Complication range is 4 as well.
Hey, GM. Not GM.
Yes.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
You're so impressed with Leva that you want to give her a determination, correct?
That'd be a great idea. I don't have any determination.
Oh, just burn a value or something.
None of them are burnable in this scenario.
Either that
Okay.
or Caleb can roll this time.
Yes.
Yeah, if you still have yours, then you're better than her
I have-
because you get a bonus.
Yeah. I've still got mine.
Do you need me to roll for you?
No. I just got to open up my character sheet. I'm good.
Okay.
Control engineering difficulty what?
4?
Complication 4.
Complication 4, difficulty 4.
Okay, then in that case, I am spending my determination precise to a fault, and I'm going to give you 5 threat.
All right.
And I don't have a focus.
Ah. Why?
That
Well,
works.
you got
it.
That's 7. Then yeah. 3
Momentum.
momentum.
Actually, that should only be 4 dice. I
Yeah.
spent my determination.
That's right.
So
My bad. That's
only
6. You're right. So 2 momentum gained.
Okay.
Both the Vulcan and Tib are beamed into space. Back on the Vulcan ship. You make a run. You make it to the runabout. You enter the runabout. There are 2 Vulcans standing there. They don't look
Vaporize
too
them
good.
both. Wide beam.
That doesn't sound fun at all. I'm gonna pull out the Ushan.
They notice you, and they stop, and one of them is shaking, and he holds his hands up. The other, a female Vulcan, she just kind of inquiring, like, and you just hear the gas of them kind of shaking, like, help us.
They don't move towards me?
Help us. No, they don't move towards you.
Then I want to seal the door. I want to keep the phaser pointed at them, and I'm going to try to seal the door.
Alright. You seal the door.
And can I hit a button to disconnect the runabout?
The computer controls are currently locked out.
I'll mutter on my breath. Damn pilot. I'll continue aiming the phaser at them, and I'll move over to the replicator and tell it replicate, cure, hoping that that's the keyword they used.
Well, yeah. It'd be like Morganth, or program Morganth Alpha 2.
You want to tell me that?
No,
mean,
the doctor wants you
You
to
have an
die.
open comm.
Doc, what's the name of the program?
What did I say? Delta 2.
I pushed that in.
Oh god, it was Alpha 2. It was Alpha 2. Ah! Sorry.
I get a cheesecake.
Going for munchies.
It's an Andorian
The cure could be in cheesecake form.
Could be a cheesecake
Materialize is not a
form.
hypospray. But Morgan's favorite drink.
Suppository?
Really? Really? Okay. Did you spend momentum
Complication.
for threat for that?
I spent
Yeah,
threat.
great.
Yes, I did. For a complication.
Doctor, this is not funny.
It should have been. Try Alpha 3.
I put Alpha 3 in.
And appears a hypospray.
I take it. and administer it to myself. And then I press the button to replicate 2 more. Oh yeah, if it's a hypofilare, I just murdered myself. I'm dead. Which is
Alright.
why the doctor has a hypo filled with air is suspect in the first place.
For murdering the head of the house.
Maybe.
I mean, Betrayal
Traxine,
did that.
for when the brain is starved of oxygen.
That's
That's not how this works. That'll kill you. That's how none of this works.
Oh my god.
Air
Alright,
embolism.
2 more hypos do appear.
Oh.
I move towards and try to administer them rifle leveled.
Do you just hand it to them, or
No, I said I try to administer them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
you
about to
administer
administer
them?
some rifle.
They kind of go. They still feel ill, but they're like, Lieutenant Commander, is this a cure?
We'll get to all of that in a second. Just let me administer this.
Of course. And he collapses.
That would be my luck. The one character, my first character in a year not prepared to deal with Romulans, and Romulans appear.
He certainly has enough threat to do that.
I mean, he could have Borg Romulans if he wanted. Ooh, that's racist? Speciesist? Vulcanist? I don't know.
You inject the other one, and she seems better off than the other one, but she is running like she does have like sweat pouring from her.
I'm still gonna try to administer to the other one.
You got both.
Okay.
2 for 1.
Then I'll stagger back over to comm. Alright. Oh, I have an open comm, so I don't need to worry about that. Commander,
Receiving.
I got me and 2 Vulcans with the cure administered. There's no way to use the computers on board the system due to pilot lockout. But I am sealed off from the main Vulcan ship. I could go back and try to find more Vulcans since we have a cure.
Very well. I'm going to send over a team in suits with you, and we can start fanning out on the ship and trying to save as many as we can.
If it's all the same to you, Commander, although it may make us too slow, I'm gonna request that we all stick together in one group, one team.
I agree with that. Just for your safety, if nothing else. We don't want you to get reinfected again.
Our job and whatnot.
Yeah. All right. Lieutenant Vogel?
Yes, Commander?
Could you provide the command codes to the runabout so the Lieutenant Commander can get access?
He should just be able to put his command code in, Commander. It's just a standard lockout procedure.
Oh.
I'll try my command codes. Oh, I don't know if that would work because I shouldn't actually have any to any of the Sarek's crew vessels.
Well,
You are as soon as you're put on the ship. Like that's part of like your
I'm not a member of the
orders is to
crew.
like
I've had
right, but as soon as you get your orders, you're like you have like a checklist, and you go to the head of security and get your command codes for the ship.
Okay. Then I'll just enter my command codes and see if they work.
And it's like that easy. Wait, all I have to do is put in my codes? Damn it all.
That sounds like a negatory.
And the lock. That's the
Oh.
locked out ending.
Oh, okay.
No, this is not working.
Silence.
I mean, I guess that's appropriate.
I think half of those sounds don't work anymore.
Are there any
There we go.
Are there any restraints on board?
No.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna start changing into a new suit, and waiting for the team to arrive.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a security team beam over to assist them with securing any other survivors. Which is one
That
momentum
is a
and
nice-
one threat. Because they are
Yes.
armed.
And you guys, this is gonna be scene. We're transitioning to the last scene, so you're at 0 momentum.
Yep.
Oh,
So, I'm assuming that the security teams have the cure, and they go around to, I'm assuming
Yeah,
deck by deck,
we just
trying to, save as many as they could. I'm assuming they're all in like hazmat suits.
hazmat
Oh, yeah.
suits with a bandolier of cures,
Yeah.
and
Look like any of my non-rogue characters with daggers and shit.
Standard issue
So-
dagger bandolier.
Yes.
They go throughout the entire ship.
Die horribly.
They only manage. I'll roll something here. Real
Sorry,
quick.
go on.
Oh, that's not good. So they didn't find any survivors. The only 2 that were left were actually boarded the runabout. The rest of the Vulcan crew has perished.
Lieutenant Commander to Commander.
Receiving.
No additional Vulcans found returning to runabout.
Acknowledged. Operations. Launch a biohazard probe indicating the status of the ship and contact nearest Federation ship to relay current status of the ship.
Commander, I suggest once I get back over, I can deploy a full torpedo spread, and we can use the phasers to neutralize any bodies floating in space. This was the way we know how, or I actually don't know how this was found, so I can't use that as my argument, but.
Agreed. We'll go with your plan, Lieutenant Commander. Belay my last. I say to the operations guy.
Then
Yes, sir.
we'll head
I
back.
do suggest we move to safe distance for torpedo range.
Agreed. We're staying close so the runabout can get to us quickly. But we'll back off once once they're aboard.
Can you?
So,
We might need to. You might need to send a pilot over to the runabout.
So, I'm going to speed things up here. So I will say if Lieutenant Vogel wanted to beam over, pilot the runabout out, Lieutenant Vogel is more than welcome to. There won't be any checks, but I would say that the runabout makes it back to the Sarek, safe and sound with the 2 other Vulcans. I'm assuming that there is definitely some lingering quarantine stuff going on to make sure that the virus has been neutralized.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doctor, I do need you to make, it's going to be one it's not going to be an extended task, but it's going to be one more check for me. And this is essentially to purge the bloodstream of essentially the primordial matter that has now developed in everyone's system that's been infected.
Yep.
This is going to be a control plus medicine. Difficulty is going to be 5.
Our last milestone, I guess.
Your last saved milestone? Alright.
No, actually, I have like
5 more?
I think 4.
Wow, I
where
wasn't
you
that far off. I just guessed.
or life is precious.
You're cutting out.
Any one of my values work. Needs of the few. Let me.
I'll take the first one. Sentient life is precious.
Yeah. Yeah, and 3 threat. Because why not? Do I still have that complication range? I assume I do.
You are still fatigued and tired.
Yeah. All right.
That's steps are 4. No.
Right. That's 5. And a momentum,
All
so I
right.
can't reroll.
Yep. So, you do manage to purge everyone of the substances in their bloodstream and repair all the damage that was to some of the organs. I believe, except for Tib, Talos, and the other 2 Vulcans that you did manage to save. I believe Talos and those 2 Vulcans were the furthest along. Surprisingly, Doctor, you were really, when at your medical stand, you were surprised you were still standing.
Yeah. Yeah. He is going to request a couple of days in his quarters. Yeah. But yeah. He's going to sleep for a week.
I'll approve the relief since he has since we have enough medical staff to cover.
Yep. And once he's cleared of quarantine, that is exactly what he's going to go do, is sleep for a week.
And with that, we will call it for tonight. I thank everyone who tuned in for the stream, and have a good night.